designed for immature audiences only.
There's no such thing as a radio rating system.
But if there were, this show would be rated O as in...
Oh my God, this show is so stupid. These people should be in jail. Let's begin.
Good afternoon.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy. Featuring Panama Ted.
Ted's a fun guy.
And the Crazy Soundboard.
Hola.
I'm Dennis Farina.
So much.
I even made just a little bit of a diagram for you.
56, and is that correct? Walk.
You little weasel.
Turn off your brain and unzip your pants. Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Friday. Welcome in. Hello, good, clean boy.
Oh, hello, man. I hope we're off to a nice weekend here. It's blazing hot, but it's what we get.
Well, I just had 3 lunches, so there's a very good opportunity for me to crap my pants at some point throughout the show today.
Well, I let out a giant fart before you walked into the room, and I was able to do that because Rothman and Ice were not here.
Yeah, but I'm here.
Well, I mean, you were still 5 minutes behind. What do you want me to do? I can't hold it inside.
We have other studios. Just go in there and rip.
It's not the same.
How you doing, Ted?
Doing good, Mike.
How you doing, Tress?
Doing good, Mike.
Good. Go to jail. Yesterday was all about positivity. Today is all about calling for public executions. Go to jail at 346. You know what? That's Timmy's go to jail. You can go to jail anytime. At Man and Timmy 971 on the X. You can also text us 614-787-3093. Pick your parlays coming up at 5 o'clock. We have NHL draft things for you. Last night I saw that you sat down, had yourself a delicious pizza pie. I was jealous.
Oh, man. What a start to the weekend, right? I mean, it was just so good. We didn't feel like cooking last night. Thought I might do a little breakfast for dinner. Maybe we hold that over to this evening. I just said, let's go out. And what is the safest way that we've got to an excellent pie? And lately, near us, Sexton's has been that guy. And well, I gave him my rating last night. You saw my post on Twitter for folks that live in that area or live near one of their other locations.
They have other locations.
They're solid. They've got a Detroit-style pizza, but I would recommend just going with their classic, the way that crust crisps up and gets a little blackened on the edges, but never too much.
We call that leopard spotting.
Oh, man.
That's what we call that.
With the crust, not the cheese.
Yes.
And the pepperoni has got a little bit of that spice to it. Don't you love it when you've got a little cup and char pepperoni and it packs a punch with some spiciness?
Did you get the regular pep or the East Coast pep?
Got the regular pep.
All right, I like the East Coast as well.
Okay.
They sub out the fresh mozz and put some basil on top of that.
I'll try that next time. My only, and I said this is nitpicking because the expectations are a little bit higher with them now. But if I want to make it to where, so people can understand my rating system a little bit more, if I'm going to get to a 9.0 threshold, that's as you like to say, take your pants off kind of pizza pie. That's really, really good. A 10.0 out of a 10 is basically going to be unheard of.
You've never had a 10.0.
It's basically going to be unheard of. Every single bite, every single part of that pie has to be outstanding. It has to be from one of the best places, and it has to be specifically one of that place's best pies they've ever slung out. But I gave this a nice 8.9 out of 9, out of 10, excuse me. The only thing is that sauce distribution could have been a tiny bit better. But again, I'm nitpicking. And I wouldn't say that I like a copious amount of sauce. I like an appropriate amount of sauce. I like to taste it in every bite.
Hop in the YouTube chat. We're on YouTube. Just search 971 The Fan. Click on the live stream. You'll see us. Dan the Man in the YouTube chat. Anyone ever have Pizza Nerds? Yes, we had Pizza Nerds because they were involved in Pizza Madness. They're one of the 64 places. I had it. Relatively new place. I enjoyed it very much. I don't think it moved on, but it's not because I didn't like the pizza. I forget which matchup it was in, who beat them.
Okay.
But I think they'll definitely be back in the 64 team restaurant bracket coming up in the spring, which we're still going to do. People are all nervous about it. Hey, you and T-Bone, different shows, doesn't matter. We're going to have a joint Man and Bone Pizza Madness, mornings, afternoons, including you and Tyvis and us fatties, all of it.
So speaking of, you might crap yourself at some point during the hour here because of all the lunches that you've had. And I've had 3 hamburgers already today,
people
too.
Just keep bringing
So I'm good.
food
Right,
into the
it's just
studio. It's rude not to eat it.
Drop after drop.
We got Jersey Mike sandwiches. We got some delicious cheeseburgers brought in here. What am I going to do? Refuse?
No, I'm not going to. We had a pork barbecue burger, which was tasty, that had some slaw and some jalapeno peppers on top. And then we had a double smash burger with sort of a Thousand Island dressing thing going on top. And look, we had like 12 burgers. There's no one here at work today. So I figured even if I'm going to take a few bites, I can't finish the whole thing. I need to sample them at the very least.
Yeah, but
what,
then
we
what
just want to
happens?
see them trashed?
I had the same idea. I'll take a bite or two.
And then gone.
Then I look down, gone.
All gone. So speaking of the crap, there's this thing that's going to be starting. It's already up there for people to view on Netflix. We just finished a show, the 3 of us last night, and it tells you you might enjoy this. I guess it thinks we're degenerates like a lot of other people out there.
And the algorithm has been proven correct.
It's correct. It's right. So this show, it's a little docu-series called Trainwreck. This one specifically is the Poop Cruise.
Oh, the Poop Cruise. I wanted to watch that.
Goes over the 2013 Carnival cruise liner.
That got
I think
stranded
that's
out
stuck
at
in the middle
sea.
of the Gulf of Mexico, America now.
And the poop was backing
it just
up.
started flowing. And so I'm enthralled by this.
As you
Not
should
really
be.
being a cruise guy. And the 3 of us just seem to be giggling over the notion. We couldn't wait to get to later tonight, Friday evening, pop some popcorn and watch other people suffering. Does this make us terrible to sit back and enjoy watching all these fine folks suffering so much?
No. But then again, look, if you're sitting down like the 3 of you and popping popcorn and watching film from the Holocaust and chuckling, then yes, that makes you a bad person. All right? But some people on a luxury cruise that had to deal with some poopsies? No, it's fine. That's good old-fashioned family fun.
It is, right? So I'm good. We're all in a good place. None of us have ever have watched Saving Private Ryan to fast forward to those parts of the film. We're not like that.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Just good.
If you got
clean
room for
fun.
another fully grown man in your circle,
Come on,
I'll come
we
in and
got
watch
the
it with you.
sectional couch. I mean, I think that crap starts going up the drains. Say like the showers and the tubs, the poop juice starts pushing up through those drains. It's gonna be marvelous to watch.
I went on one cruise in my life. I was 18 years old. It was my high school graduation present, going on a cruise. Did I ask for it? No. Did I want to do it? No. But somehow it became my high school graduation present.
Was it like a Lake Michigan cruise?
No, it was a Royal Caribbean.
No kidding.
Down in like Nassau
Miami,
and stuff like
so
that.
You flew to Miami and then
it was.
left the port.
I hated every second of it. Hated it. I got so seasick I had to sleep outside on a Adirondack chair.
Good old Adirondack
Hated
chair.
it. It was a feeling of being trapped too. Like I couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I know. Obviously, they have their clientele. A lot of people love cruises.
Look, man, I
Can't
know
get enough of them. We got the Buckeye Cruise. And
on the
they
outside
make a lot of
looking
money
in.
for cancer research, so that's great. But I've never
will
been on
live and
one.
die. I will live and die and never go on another cruise.
No more, right?
People send me the links like, hey, Creed's on a cruise. Like, good for that, man. I'll wait till they come to dry land.
I won't be there. To win one back on the geography, because we were a little off with Toledo, Cleveland yesterday. We apologize for that.
I apologize for nothing.
Late on a Thursday show. We're getting a little loopy here. But as far as when you leave Miami, to get to some of those closest spots, we're talking really close, right? Miami.
Yeah, they're not
to where
far.
some of those Bohemian islands are.
Bohemian
That's
Rhapsody.
proper, right?
Mamma Mia, let me go.
Mamma mia, mamma mia. That's correct usage, isn't it?
I don't know.
Bohemian Islands. Teddy, yay. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Is that proper to say?
Don't you just say Caribbean?
The Bahamas?
Yeah.
But if you're from the Bahamas, are you Bohemian?
Yeah, the Rhapsody.
See? He's going to be just as stupid.
How you doing,
I don't know what
Ted?
you're asking him for.
I'm doing good, Mike.
Doing good, Mike.
Oh, boy.
NHL draft is tonight. NHL and the Players Association have apparently agreed to a 4-year extension of the CBA, which includes an 84-game regular season. We will talk about that. We will talk about what the Blue Jackets are going to do tonight We'll talk about poop and laughing at people who are drowning in it on the high seas. That's all coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 15-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the two right lanes on westbound 670 at 71. It's moving slow from 5th Avenue. And watch out for a slowdown due to an accident that's on Refugee Road at Courtright Road. This report is sponsored by COSI. Unofficial Galaxies, Star Wars exhibit open through Labor Day. Unofficial Galaxies has arrived and is now open at COSI through Labor Day. An incredible collection of characters, stunning designs from one of the most beloved sci-fi franchises of all time. Unofficial Galaxies, now open at COSI. Get your tickets now at COSI.org. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
When you join the plus side with AAA, that's all you'll have to do. Or you could learn to change your own tire.
Hey fam, what's up? Today I'm going to teach you to change a flat. Before we start, make sure it's not raining, or hailing, or lightning.
You can have AAA find you the right insurance policy, or you can shop for your own.
Hello?
I'm with Mega Insure. You requested a quote?
Yes, 3 months ago.
You could have our travel advisors plan your dream vacation, or book your own travel.
Woo! Panama City Beach, spring break.
I thought you said we were going to Panama.
Wait, there's a difference?
Skip the hard work. On the plus side, get more with AAA. Go to AAA.com/plus side.
Used car prices are sky high. Valley's paying top dollar today. Don't waste time selling it yourself. Any car, any truck, any year, we want it now. No games, no waiting, just cash. Get to Valley before the market drops.
ValleySuperstore.com.
Newman Roofing is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat fan drive. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin County Fire Station or buy online. For more information, go to lifecarealliance.org.
Let's be honest, we could all use a little vacation from the ordinary. But with Tim Hortons' new refreshers, you don't need to pack your bags. Just sip, relax, and enjoy your refreshing 16-ounce vacation. With tropical mango packed with real pineapple and mango pieces. And strawberry watermelon kiwi featuring real pieces of strawberry and kiwi. Also, try it with lemonade or coconut milk. A choose-your-own taste bud adventure. Head to Tim's for the new refreshers. Your 16-ounce vacation awaits. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants.
Waddle, hop, or gallop your way to adventure. The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tails of animals from around the world. Explore 8 wild regions, including our newest North America trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails, only at your Columbus Zoo. Get more information and tickets at columbuszoo.org.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, you can choose from top brands like Bennington, South Bay, Crown Line, and more. Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. Pontoon boats, luxury tri-toon boats, even merch. Open 7 days a week to serve you better. Find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com today for all your on-the-water needs. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
Tita Green with Skip Mosick.
Join us Saturday. We'll be at the Ohio State Golf Club to talk some Buckeye golf with men's coach Jay Mosley and women's coach Lisa Strom.
Tita Green with Skip Mosick. Saturday mornings at 9 on The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Happy Friday, everybody. I wish I had an update to our forecast, but it remains the same. We'll have chances of showers and thunderstorms developing this afternoon into the early evening. Otherwise, partly to mostly sunny skies. Highs in the mid to low 90s, and our feels like in the triple digits in some spots. For tonight, lows down into the 70s, and then for Saturday, a little bit cooler. Highs in the upper 80s, but we will see chances of showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. Otherwise, mostly to partly sunny skies. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with the 10 weather impact forecast.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
One has pizza sauce for blood. The other is Rachel Maddow. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
I want to tell you about my friends, our friends at Tri-State Men's Health for just a minute because, you know, it's hotter than hell out there. We can easily tell summer's here, but summer means a lot of fun, too. We can beat that heat. We got vacations. We got barbecues, beach days. I've done that already. And long, long nights with the people that you love.
Maybe on the beach.
Maybe so.
I don't know how you could do it on the beach, you animal. Sand getting everywhere.
They close that beach down at 10 o'clock. They want you out of there. But that also means it's empty. So you can sneak back out.
No, it's not empty. You got to get out of there.
You can deal with the sand and the crevasses.
No, you can't.
As long as you're hopped up on testosterone, you can. You got to get rid of that low T. Low testosterone is something that affects a lot of men. Being serious now. I mean, have you ever just felt that brain fog? Have you ever just felt that lack of energy trying to get to the end of the day, not seeing the same productivity when you're pumping iron in the gym? Productivity. Well, hey.
Nope, wrong
Tri-State
president.
Men's Health. They can help you. Just go to tristatemenshealth.com. Start taking a look around. You can see what they have to offer there. I've done the quick little ACE shots. They're totally painless, and they're very, very effective. They'll get you on that program. They got 2 lovely locations right here in Central Ohio. Get that energy back, man. tristatemenshealth.com.
I mean, they're not painless. I mean, I've had them too.
No, they're pretty painless.
They're pretty painless. That's different. All right?
Oh, come on now.
Water resistant and waterproof, 2 different things.
All right. It's like a ee-ow and it's done.
That's exactly right.
That's
but I'm looking for truth in advertising.
All right.
That's all.
Tiny little poke.
Have some respect for yourself.
1 second of pain.
That's fine.
For endless nights and
I'm not
hours
saying
of
it's
pleasure.
not worth it. I get it done too.
A lot of pleasure. Like Red Hot Chili Peppers said, I like pleasure spiked with pain.
NHL draft is tonight. Don Waddell spoke ahead of the festivities, talking about all different sorts of draft strategies.
I have to say that you listen to every deal, and if I go back my years as a GM, 20th year, whatever, I've made a lot of deals on draft day, both for players and for, what happens in a draft. You might have, let's say the 14th pick that we have. We might have 3 or 4 guys that we're very comfortable with. So you say, we move back to 17 or 18. We know we're going to get one of those guys and pick up another asset. So, there's some strategically thinking behind it. But I'm also a believer if there's a guy on that list and you really want him, you just step up and take him.
We were talking to Rimmer on Wednesday for his weekly hit. Yeah. And, he was saying that you've got 2 first-round picks to work with here. You have pick number 14, pick number 20. That 20 pick coming in the David Urachek trade. This is a team that desperately wants to improve their on-ice product this year. Obviously, you have 2 first-round picks. Everybody wants to improve their product. But the question is, do you want to improve your product 3 years from now? Or do you want to improve it now? I think the likelihood of the Blue Jackets drafting 2 guys tonight is slim. I think they make some sort of deal.
I am I'm still enthralled by this offseason because when you go back, and we've all played it through our minds 100 times, diehard fans, just what that 2024, 2025 season felt like and how deflating it obviously was and tragic at the start of the season. And then to see the team that they did have find a way to not just compete, but they were in the playoff picture for most of that run.
Given the way that offseason ended, and I'm not normally this guy, but you have to judge it on a case-per-case basis. Given the way that offseason ended, they exceeded expectations.
They got within a game of the postseason. Was it the Carolina Hurricanes who didn't have anything to play for, and they went up to Montreal, and they just
I think so.
They just didn't have it. They kind of took that game into the second period, but they didn't have it. And look, you knew what you were going up against at that point. They had it, and then they had that stretch there before the final 5 or 6 games where it fell apart a little bit, but they rallied at the end going into that last hockey game. And that was enough. That scratched an itch for me just to see those guys come together. And that's why you do get to this point now where, drafting talent for the future, of course, it's never a bad thing. It's never a bad position. I know you and we talked a lot about their decision with Caden Lindstrom, right? And your hesitancy to go with a guy that's already had back issues. Not to say that you don't like him as a player, because if healthy, he could turn out to do wonders for the Blue Jackets. But you just don't know. But tonight is a night, and for a guy like Don Waddell to be as open as he has been about moving those picks and being willing to, saying that he could have done it time and time again already, but hasn't seen the return, the ROI that he's wanted to see for those picks. And they're not... Let's be honest, too. We don't have a top 10 pick here. We don't have a top 5 pick. They're not super premium first-round picks for what the Jackets have been used to in some years.
Don Waddell talking about how he's in discussions with some unrestricted free agents.
Yeah, we're talking to multiple. I probably better not to get into all the names right now, but the guys that we certainly were priorities, we've been in contact quite a bit with, and that's going to continue right through till July 1st, of course, maybe after, but. Yeah, it's been, I can't tell you how many conversations with all those agents. It's been a lot.
Jackets, of course, made a trade yesterday. They sent Tarasov to Florida for a 5th-round pick. Didn't they do something last night, too, Teddy? Was it the Wild that they had to deal with?
They did. They brought back Brendan Gaunce.
That's right.
Gaunce is back.
They brought him back.
Thank you. Yeah,
he's
a
little like a role player guy.
Sorry, I was trying to see something on Twitter right now from as we were doing this segment. Pierre LeBrun, he's very much in the know. He's got 862,000 followers. He's been covering hockey forever. Says that he's hearing. He didn't have any other details with it, but it's racking up likes. Hearing CBJ trading for Charlie Coyle from Colorado. Coyle. He is a vet. You said the Wild. He played for the Wild at the start of his career, didn't he? Spent a good few years there.
Yeah, he was there a long time.
Yeah,
he went to Boston.
Okay, he's okay. He logged between Boston and Colorado last year. He had a 35-point season, so his production's been down, but he's only a year removed from a 60-point season, appearing in all 82 games for the Bruins. But again, a veteran guy.
At this stage in his career, he's a role player.
Yeah.
He's 33 years old.
Big guy, too.
You're not breaking the bank with him.
I know that Waddell looks for physical players, guys that are a presence when they're on the ice. Even if they're not fighters, guys that have a certain type of presence.
He made $4.5 million last year. Breaking news: he won't make $4.5 million here if he's coming here.
That's coming down.
Go to jail today. Please send us your nominations. We will throw down our verdict. At Man and Timmy 971 on Twitter. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093. What do you got, Timmy?
All right, that burner phone says, my horrible taste in Canada.
I want to kiss you.
That's good. Have taken a couple road trips this summer. We've got an all-out assault on gas station etiquette right now. If you are doing, he goes all caps here, if you are doing anything more than pumping gas or going into prepay, which no one does anymore, park in a parking spot.
I agree 100%.
I completely agree with that as well. He says, the epidemic of morons mindlessly scrolling their phones, taking calls, eating, drinking, or worse, nowhere in sight, taking up pumps and not pumping gas. If you want to buy a candy bar, park in a spot, not a pump. If you need to take a leak, park in a spot, not a pump. Too many people doing this. Go to jail. What's the sense? He says, because I'm starting to think New Jersey, which always throws me for a loop, is doing it right. The average driver is too stupid to be left unattended at a gas station.
No self-awareness whatsoever, which is a common theme on this program, especially on Go to Jail. If these people had self-awareness, they wouldn't be the way that they are. They're in that spot at the pump, and they think because they pulled up, they're entitled to that spot for as long as they want it. Well, that's not the way it works. So you know what? 10 years jail. 10 years. And then you come back to me and you write a note of apology. You have to tell me what you've learned.
I'm good. Yeah.
I want you to be humble. I want you to ask for forgiveness and promise that you'll never do it again.
Fine. I'm good with that. I've got one from Meredith, a nurse, my guys.
I want me some glory hole.
By the way, thank you for doing what you do. My wife is a hospice
like nurses
nurse.
At all.
Oh, get out of here.
Nurses.
They're
What a
fantastic.
Overrated profession. Got to thank everybody all the time.
Give them a free coffee every now and then.
We got to bow to everybody.
Oh, would you
thank you for your
stop?
Service. We got to do it for nurses
It's
now,
not
too.
A thank you for your service. It's just a little sense of appreciation for the profession.
I think when the garbage man goes on the street, give him a salute.
Why not?
Give him a salute.
Give him a happy little salute.
We don't have a flag to wave, but maybe just wave a piece of trash.
What's wrong with doing a friendly wave to your garbage man?
The guys that plow the snow. Oh, there's snow warrior. We got to treat them like they're in the military.
Come on, they're nurses. Dedicate themselves to helping people. Let me get to the jail, all right?
Go ahead.
This is a road one, okay. She says, I nominated a black Chevy from yesterday who did something beyond egregious. So this car on I-70 eastbound, just near downtown, just near the downtown exits, literally stops in the right lane of traffic. Oh, my God. Simply because a cop car had somebody pulled over all the way in the shoulder, totally out of the road. I get it if you slow down because you can't move over a lane, but I'm behind this car and I nearly wrecked. I can't move over because of constant traffic. You idiot, you could have killed both of us. Jail.
These overly cautious a-holes. I was behind somebody yesterday. We're going down a 2-lane road. Nobody's in front of this person. Someone was pulling out of the neighborhood.
Okay, yeah.
They just stopped in the middle of the road.
Stopped.
And they waved the person.
No, you can't do that.
Of course, we're being polite.
Come on in.
Right? No.
You can't just stop in traffic.
You wait. You keep going. They'll turn when they can. It's not your job to create a turn lane for them, you piece of crap.
It's a nice thought.
No,
which is
it's
why
not nice.
I would go lenient on the sentencing. You still have to serve some jail time because you're putting people at risk. I know it's coming from a decent place to try to let your fellow man or woman into traffic if it's a long line, but you can't break the rules of the road if the car behind you doesn't know about it.
The person that stopped because of the cop, we have to sentence that person.
This is different, though.
I'm going to say they just didn't know the rules. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. They go to a re-education center in North Korea for a weekend.
North Korea, okay.
And then if they're contrite, if they really understand what they did, we'll let them out. If not, we feed them to a pit of dogs.
They stopped in the interstate.
I understand. I'm just banking on stupid. They need to be educated. That's all. I'm in a good mood today.
Even sending him to North Korea.
And you know what?
Lenient.
When you see that person on the side of the road just stopped, salute them. Thank you for your service.
You're rough.
Are the Cavs for sale? Maybe. Details in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Stop and go traffic is causing a 5-minute delay on southbound 71 on the north side between 17th Avenue and I-70. And watch out for an accident that's on westbound 70 on the east side at 270, causing some delay there. This report is sponsored by Put-in-Bay Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau. Look out for Put-in-Bay, the island getaway you've been waiting for. Be it a day or a weekend, you can enjoy all sorts of shops, dining, and entertainment. Plan your perfect trip today at visitputinbay.com. Put-in-Bay, an everyday island getaway. I'm Nicole. For 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Get summer blockbuster savings at Coughlin Kia, Central Ohio's largest volume Kia dealer. Right now, take up to $6,000 off MSRP on any new Kia in stock. Plus, get free maintenance for a full year when you buy. Get any new Kia with up to $6,000 off MSRP. Visit CoughlinKia.com.
Largest Kia dealer based on current ground stock at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. 2025 Kia Sorento XY. MSRP $47,990. $3,000 Coghlan discount. $3,000 factory rebate. Residency restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. N7725.
The champs are back. Ohio State football returns to the shoe this fall with powerhouse matchups against Texas, Penn State, and more. Your Buckeye Saturdays begin at ohiostatebuckeyes.com, where you can grab single game tickets that are on sale now. Gear up and get ready for game day.
He shoots, he scores! No matter your sport, it's a great time of year to be a fan. But the fun stops when you or a loved one can't control your gambling. At Maryhaven, we're here to help. Whether it's gambling, drugs, alcohol, or mental health, you don't have to go it alone. With in-person, virtual, and group options, Maryhaven meets you where you are. Always judgment-free. Go to maryhaven.com today. That's maryhaven.com.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
If the authorities looked at their Instagram accounts, they'd be arrested immediately.
Daddy, what are you doing?
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Go to jail coming up at 3:46. What's the matter?
I got one for you. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. It says, this is Bruce Pearl, my guys.
Jack and Dick.
Glad to have you, Bruce. How's the cookout with Aaron Kraft? So I'm not sure if this is jail worthy, but I think we need a disclaimer before movies if there's extensive dong in say greater than a scene or two. What is it? Like one scene, is that fine? Like a little half-second beat, is that okay?
I feel like...
If it's an R-rated, obviously if it's R-rated, it has to be.
But what you'll see in the ratings section where they tell you why something's right, you'll see like excessive language, excessive violence, you will see nudity, you will see sexual content, you will see smoking. They'll throw that in there.
They're actually, you're right about this. It's very detailed with streaming services now. They kind of have the liberty to put whatever they want.
And by the way,
there.
I don't have a problem with that. We can be as detailed as we want, but I think somewhere in that description should just say dong.
Yeah,
you're
dong.
Going to see dong at some point.
Doink, that's a dong.
Maybe it's a full dong, maybe it's a side dong, but we should be we should be warned if there's a dong.
Is it a Vevelainen dong?
Especially if it's like a Willem Dafoe dong that's on the ground.
It's a Willem
size matters.
I thought like a Willem Dafoe dong would just be kind of wrinkly and scary looking.
It's
like
all
his
those
face.
things. It's also like Snuffleupagus' nose.
Is it really?
It's humongous.
He's Orlando Bloom land, huh?
It's distracting.
All right, well, to continue, he says, went to see 28 years later, and there's a particular large zombie Vevelainen
zombie dog
flapping around the whole movie that no one warned me about. Go to jail.
I mean, it is a zombie eating people movie, you know? That should give you some sort of clue. But you're right. If it's excessive, it's the whole movie with the dong.
There was a movie. What's the sense, though? We got to get a sense on that. It's art, though, in a way. We can't go too heavy.
I'm not
They're trying
saying
to take
censor
some
the
risks.
art.
Yeah.
I'm saying warning people of what's going on. That's all. So I'm going to say we adjust the rules. That's all.
No jail time.
No jail. We adjust the rules. We make sure that if people are going to see dong, that they're going to be alerted of the dong.
There is a movie from 2009 called The Watchmen for DC comic fans. I always had a problem with this because one of the characters in that movie, I don't know really anything about the comic book series. I saw the film and I could have take it or leave it. Seen it. Yeah, it wasn't Batman. So for DC, that's about my speed. Is it Billy Crudup, the actor? Is that how you say his name?
Yes.
You remember him? Yeah.
He's a good-looking guy.
He's Dr. Manhattan. He's a good-looking guy. But in part of the movie, he gets disintegrated, and he turns into this, like, giant blue guy. And when I say giant, I mean he can sort of conjure himself. I think. People who love the comic, I might be way off. I'm sorry.
So is it like the Incredible Hulk?
He's giant, blue, glowing. He can kind of go outside of Earth and be in space for a while. No, not at all like the Hulk. Way, way, way bigger and more powerful. And sometimes he wears like a thong. It seems like he just likes to be almost nude. He prefers it that way. But there's a scene where you see like a 30-foot long dong. It's got to be way bigger and way worse than this zombie dong.
Now, let me ask you a question.
That our texter is speaking of.
Does it make a difference? And I'm not saying it does, because they can make these things super realistic now. Does it make a difference if it's CGI dong?
I don't think so.
Teddy?
No.
Do you think CGI dong is different from real, natural?
I think it's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Dong's dong.
Well, because what's the Mark Wahlberg flick from 25 years ago?
Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights.
Yeah. That was a prosthetic.
That's a prosthetic.
Yeah.
Prosthetic
And
dong.
I think that became a pretty hot item for collectors, did it not? People tried to get their hands on it, display it with all their other collectibles. Like that's just as bad because it looks real. It's made to look real.
I'm just asking the question. I'm not disagreeing.
All right.
Are the Cavs for sale? Dan Gilbert, there is a report that he could sell his ownership stake in the Cavs. Who reported it? Oh, Sportico. However, Gilbert would reportedly retain his majority stake in the Cavs after any potential deal. All right. So he's going to do essentially what the Milwaukee Bucks ownership did.
He's going to sell 15%.
Going to welcome in investor money at probably a $4 billion valuation, something like that. It'll put more cash in his pocket, yet he'll still retain control of the team and all of that. So we shouldn't be surprised with the valuations the way that they are in the NBA, that more ownerships are not going to try and get some more cash in their pocket. Now back to dong.
What else you got about dong? I do have something. So yesterday, you almost sort of brushed me off with this. A lot of times I will go into our bathrooms here because we work with a lot of sick people. We work with a lot of degenerates that don't have basic manners. And I love how just matter of fact I'm saying this now, but it's true. It's the God's honest truth. There's no bit there. I'll go in there. There will be a bowl full of piss. And that's a normal thing. That's like twice a week that'll happen. Happened to me today. I'll go into the bathroom and I'll have a visceral I'll have an audible reaction. I'll just say, oh, God. People will hear me from around the office. Like, oh, something must have been left there.
Happens to me all the time, too.
Yesterday, the seat was down, so I had to, grab it with the edge of my finger and flip it up.
First of all, bless your heart for putting the seat up. Because most people in this office just piss with the seat down.
Yeah. You have to.
I know you have to, but then I go in there and there's little sprinklets on the toilet seat.
I also will take some paper or paper towel and wipe it off if anything did happen.
You're very nice.
I'd be done. I would leave it.
Very good.
I don't understand how anybody could leave a bathroom not clean.
Have you
exactly
met
the
men?
way that you found it?
How do you think Liver King goes to the bathroom?
Isn't it embarrassing to just leave stuff right there all around where you were? Liver King. I wonder.
That guy.
I think I know.
That guy was arrested this week.
Yes.
For terrorizing Joe Rogan or something like that.
Yeah, terroristic threats to Joe.
Shockingly, Liver King has been ordered to undergo a psych evaluation.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, no kidding.
I couldn't see that one coming. So anyway, I lift the seat up. What do I see? Under the seat, this big stain of brown goo.
I
And
don't know why that surprised you. You called me in there to look at it.
dripping down the seat. I guess we're at a place now where that is not even worthy of having someone come in and see how disgusting this is.
I walked in there. There was a turd on the floor. On the floor.
Why didn't you come and get me?
You weren't here.
Oh.
I'm telling you. I had to go get the custodian.
Yuck.
That's a good conversation to have, by the way.
Yeah, hey,
Calvin, my guy. He's like, well, you need your trash done, common man? It's like, a little different than that.
A little worse.
There's an actual physical turd on the floor for you to pick up with your bare hands.
Why are you doing that, Ted?
If you don't mind.
Why are you still doing that? It's gross.
Stop it. No. I'm a clean boy.
It's when he recreates his scene from Bridesmaids and just squats down in his dress.
It's good. But one thing I don't get is I'll be in there standing at the toilet and the auto flush things, maybe it's something about me or my shadow where I stand. It will flush 3 times while I'm standing there.
It's never not flushed for me.
It over flushes. It won't shut up.
I think that we have our answer, and I talked to Teddy about this not too long ago because it happens all the time and it happens every single day, which means one thing and one thing only. Someone who works here is a vampire. They have no reflection.
No shadow.
They go undetected when they piss.
And they don't understand that there's also a button for manual flush, which everyone should know.
Not only, they're a rude vampire.
Rude.
At that.
Yeah.
Rude.
Because you see it, you're seeing it, and then you just say, oh, all right.
I didn't notice.
Guess I'm done.
No, you noticed.
Guess I'm finished.
You just didn't care. You left your big bowl of piss for everybody else.
I have a piss-filled donut with that.
Go to jail coming up next. Hey, Teddy, real quick.
Yeah.
This ain't one of them.
No.
Go to jail. Yeah, absolutely. We're going. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a bit of a slowdown on southbound 270 on the east outer belt between Main Street and I-70. And there's a couple-minute delay on northbound 71 on the south side from Frank Road to I-70. This report is sponsored by Put-in-Bay Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau. Look out for Put-in-Bay, the island getaway you've been waiting for. Be it a day or a weekend, you can enjoy all sorts of shops, dining, and entertainment. Plan your perfect trip today at visitputinbay.com. Put-in-Bay, an everyday island getaway. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Summer is hot, sticky, and buggy. But Modelo is cold, crisp, and smooth. When you're sweating through your shirt and the beach is mad crowded, the lime and salt flavors of a Modelo Chelada hit just right. When the weather's perfect but you're still at work, it's time to clock out and stock up on Modelo. Drink responsibly. Beer and flavored beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Hey, Jerry, I think I invented something.
Does it solve a problem?
It solves a big problem.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Heating and cooling companies are telling people your furnace and AC isn't worth fixing. You need to replace it with a whole new system.
You invented a solution for that?
I invented a way to fix those systems for free.
Get Eco.
ECO.
That's a great invention. How does it work?
Step 1 is to pay ECO to fix it.
I thought you said you'd fix it for free.
Step 2 is that we give you back all the money that you paid us, up to $1,500 when you get ECO to replace it.
Get Eco.
ECO.
What if your repair keeps my system running for several more years?
That would mean you got all those extra years for free.
Paying ECO to fix your AC system is like putting money in the bank.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Get Eco.
ECO.
ECO plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Save big on 18-ounce containers of blueberries or 12-ounce containers of raspberries. Right now, they're only $3.77 each with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, you can choose from top brands like Bennington, South Bay, Crown Line, and more. Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. Pontoon boats, luxury tri-toon boats, even merch. Open 7 days a week to serve you better. Find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com today for all your on-the-water needs. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
I lost my brother.
I lost my sister.
I lost my best friend.
Each year, Ohio loses some of its best and brightest to train car accidents.
Everyone knows that crossing is bad.
Stop signs and crossbucks just aren't enough. How can you help? Report bad crossings at angelsontrack.org. That's angelsontrack.org. Because bad crossings kill good drivers. Sponsored by Angels on Track, aired by OAB and this station.
After an audit of our programming, the suits here at the Fan decided we needed more baseball. And that Common Man is stupid. Good news, we fixed one of those problems. Catch the Reds on the Fan all season long. Yay, baseball.
Hi, this is Bob Mashetter from Dick Mashetter Ford.
Thank you to all of Central Ohio as we head towards 60 years of doing business in the Buckeye State. Dad opened up in 1967 simply trying to offer a better way to buy a car, and we've been working ever since to serve our neighbors. We have served you through wars, recessions, and even a Chinese virus. Here is to serving you and your kids and your grandkids for the next 60 years, except on Sundays when we're closed, because it's the right thing to do. Still 24/7 at MasterFord.net. Thanks.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Carpenter Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
They refer to each other as stupid, so they must get along.
We fight a lot, but at the end of the day, it's okay, because we really do hate each other.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
NHL Draft is tonight. You can catch our live draft spectacular. 6 o'clock live from Nationwide Arena. Bob and Dylan. Don't miss it. Jackets are reported to have made a trade this afternoon. They've gotten Charlie Coyle from Colorado. We haven't seen the return on it yet.
Yeah, Coyle, 189 goals, 296 assists.
He's a vet.
485 points in his career. He's a 33-year-old veteran, 6'3", 215 pounds.
All right, go to Joe.
He's the judge, jury, and executioner. Timmy Hall says, go to jail.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
We've been sending people to jail all day. We will continue to send people to jail or recommend rehabilitation if we're feeling generous, but this is now Timmy's time to really unleash the beast.
I mean, we've been sending people to jail ever since we've known each other, so we just felt it's befitting to bring it to the airwaves. And why should I have all the fun? I get a little help from my friends for the executioning part of it and for the sentencing, and that's why Mike is here. So I start with this. Got a little morning routine, right, as I know you do. You know, get up at about between 6:30 and 7 o'clock, and as we've been rehabbing our dog, we do a little morning walk anyway. But even now, it's more important. She's got to get out of the kennel and get her legs stretched and get moving. So about the same time every morning. And 3 straight mornings now. 3 straight mornings. Somebody, not us, you know I would not lie about this. I am a good, clean boy when it comes to picking up after your dog. Do I like doing it? No, I don't like doing it. It's disgusting. But you're actually going to let your animal go into somebody else's property, take a huge, large crap, and just willingly turn and walk away? 3 straight mornings. Twice it's been in the same poor person's yard as I turn the corner in our neighborhood. Once was a different spot, but you could tell it's been the same person because of the walking pattern. Giant piles of crap left in people's yards. And I'm sorry, no, I'm not going to pick it up. I looked at it. This is how sick dogs are. I actually was turning my head and watching a car coming down the street, and I looked back the one time, and Salem was taking a bite of it.
Of course,
these
why
dogs are sick and disgusting.
Well, I said the dog to jail.
Jail for Salem.
Oh, man, she's a dog enjoying some poo-poo.
Disgusting, man. Drinking from the toilet again? No. So what's the sense for the person here who I don't know who it is?
Are you positive this is dog crap and not a wild animal, perhaps in the middle of the night?
I know it's my scat.
Well, my scat.
So the rabbit scat.
This is continuously happening, and you'd think there's no... It's not an animal that just is wild. It's not a stray dog.
It's a dog.
Stray? Coyote?
No.
Coyote poo-poo.
No, it's in the spots
Wolf?
where you... It's not. It's a dog. We're in a nice civilized neighborhood. In the spots that they're in, you know, they're a couple of paces off the sidewalk. It's right where they would be.
It's a continuous problem.
Leashed.
They know exactly what they're doing, and they simply don't care.
Go hard.
That means 15 years in jail.
Good.
15 years in jail. And you know what?
No parole.
Not just regular jail. Like Mississippi jail back in the 1920s, where they got to go outside with picks and 100 degrees outside.
Get out.
That's right.
Get out. You know what I say?
Without the racial overtones.
The person, yes, of course. The person, because we don't know who did this, but whoever chucked Aunt Dildy out their window that one time and it stayed in the grass 7 or 8 houses down for a good 6 months, less jail time for them than this crap.
I actually think they get no jail
because
time.
Aunt Dildy gave us great talking points and stories.
They've given you content for years by throwing a dildaroon out the window into your neighborhood. You guys have been passing it and laughing and having good conversations. As a matter of fact, they get a reward.
Yeah, it disappeared. Remember, it disappeared, and then it came back.
It returned.
In a different spot in the neighborhood.
Glitch in the Matrix, buddy.
Unbelievable. The black cat went by. All right, second jailbird. Another one for my old neighborhood here. We're putting Hilliard boys in jail. Silver car. Been speeding through our neighborhood. I think it's a Civic. I think it's a silver Honda Civic. Speeding through our neighborhood. I'm not even talking about on Spindler, the main road, where it's 35 and people are doing 70 or 90, which is utterly ridiculous. People that have these loud diesel engines that have to jam on the gas right by all the houses, that too. But I'm talking about 25-mile-an-hour streets. 25-mile-an-hour streets that have some blind turns, curves, cars parked on the road, people walking dogs, cats might be crossing the street to get home, whatever. Sentencing, please. Could be youngsters, too.
Well, what does that have to do with it?
Well, I'm just saying, keep into account, I'm a little bit more lenient if you're younger because we can teach you than if you're in your 30s or 40s and you're still behaving like this. Less lenience. So what have you? What's the sentencing? What do you think?
I think the sentencing is you put down some strips on the road.
So we're just going to shred everybody's tires?
We shred their tires.
Everybody. We just block the road.
Well, no, there's got to be some collateral damage, but then you're going to figure out who it is. You see what stage of life they're in.
Yeah.
If it's a youngster, then we have a stern talking to. Maybe have some probationary period.
Mm-hmm.
If it's an older person who should know better, that's minimum 5 years in jail.
I also would like to add on that if this is a younger person, then you have to cut both of my next door neighbors' yards for the duration of the summer because they apparently do not like to do that. So I'd like to throw that into the sentencing too. Good hard work.
Big piles of trash.
Yeah,
Not cutting their lawns.
No. What about jail for them?
I don't know why
you got to be on at least a week or every other week cycle and cut your grass and keep up with the neighborhood.
I don't know why you own a home. I
Have
really
some
don't.
pride.
You know, get a condo. There's no lawn, whatever it is, or if you have the amount of money,
get an HOA fee or a neighborhood that cuts them for them that has the crew.
There's not kids in the neighborhood that will cut the grass.
There's always younger kids.
That was my business when I was a kid. I'd go around. I'd cut the grass.
Tom Cruise was cutting grass.
Tom Cruise was cutting grass.
That's how he started. He can't stop talking about it while he's doing this Mission Impossible tour. I wanted to be the best at anything, no matter what I was doing, even cutting grass. So I got another jailbird for you. You know, I came back from the Jersey Shore, right? The entity that runs the amusement park there is called Maury's Piers. So they have 3 piers. They all have separate names, but the big guy that runs them is Maury's Piers. And they never settled back into the way things were when it was pandemic time, and things changed for businesses like that, hours. But for the most part, guys like Kings Island and Cedar Point, they've gone back to normal hours. But one of their main piers doesn't open until 5 p.m. When in the good old days, it was 10 a.m. And they got some of the best rides there, and they're charging more money and less rides and fun. Jail for that.
I'm sorry, but you can't make that determination. I have to make that determination. Okay?
Well, I'm saying go to jail. How long?
I'm actually saying anyone who goes to the Jersey Shore and wants to go on this dumb pier and ride the rides with the child molester carnival people should go to jail. You should be in jail.
I object.
You can't object.
I object anyway.
Think we're done with this nonsense? You're wrong. That's just 1 hour.
Got a lot coming in from you guys. Keep them coming.
Go to jail. Tweet us at manandbone971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093. Ryan Day loses out on a commit. We'll talk about it next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at some slowdown due to an accident that's at the intersection of East Main Street and Maplewood Avenue. We also have a crash that's blocking the 2 center lanes on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt at US 23, causing delay. This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, look, it's Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Say hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
You know what I love the most about your store?
What's that, Common Man?
The way you treat people. You get to know your customers. That's why they keep coming back. No sleazeballs around. Just good, clean boys and girls selling jewelry.
Stop in and see the difference for yourself.
Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com. It's where Columbus gets engaged. Tell them Common Man sent you.
Excuse me. Did someone say jackpot? The Ohio Lottery's Mega Millions jackpot is up to $348 million. You heard that right, $348 million. Jackpots start at $50 million and grow faster than ever. And drawings are every Tuesday and Friday. With the new built-in multiplier, all non-jackpot prizes are multiplied between 2 and 10 times. Play Mega Millions today. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
When was the last time you had your plumbing inspected? Small issues such as tiny leaks or old water heaters can quickly turn into big problems if they're not caught early. Take action with Logan Services and schedule a free plumbing safety inspection to help keep your home running smoothly. Schedule your free inspection now and experience the fast, friendly service you've come to expect from Logan Services.
This just in from the Lindsay Honda Newsroom. It's our big anniversary sale. 0% for up to 60 months has been extended on all new Hondas. Drive a new 2025 CR-V LX all-wheel drive with 0% financing.
Lower your rate, lower your payment.
Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas when you buy now.
With so many Hondas, why would you go anywhere else?
Shop the big, the beautiful Lindsay Honda now. Visit lindsayhonda.com for details.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $494 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Make this your year. Looking for a new career in the high-demand fields of IT and cybersecurity? Attend classes live, online, or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
Common Man here. Let me tell you something. I'm on these Germain inter-office emails. At Germain Lexus, during the month of June, they've challenged themselves to sell more cars than they ever have in 1 month. What does that mean? Well, I'm stupid, but to me, that means they're willing to deal, baby. And the memorial cars are on the lot. The ones the golfers drive for the tournament are now available to you. I have been a Germain customer for years, even before I started doing the commercials. If you're in the market, please stop in. Germain Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
Get ready to rock. Soft, that is. Nationwide Picnic with the Pops presents Yacht Rock Symphony, Saturday, June 28th, featuring all your favorite 70s and 80s super yacht rock hits on one stage with Ambrosia.
You're the biggest part of me.
Joined by John Ford Coley.
And I'd really love to see it tonight.
And Peter Beckett, the voice of Player. Don't miss this incredible night of hits, ending with a brilliant display of fireworks. June 28th at the Columbus Commons. For tickets, visit picnicwiththepops.com.
Must be the love, yeah, must be the love right now.
There's so much to love in Ohio because the heart-shaped state is the heart of adventure with 76 free state parks, amusement parks, ballparks, and more. The heart of opportunity with great jobs and a low cost of living. Ohio is the heart of it all. Follow your heart at ohio.org.
Sponsored by Tourism Ohio and aired by this station.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here to help keep you on the road so you can soak up all the summer fun. The road tunes.
Take me out to the ball game.
Hotel pools. Emergency ice cream stops. the sunscreen and bug spray everywhere.
It's in my eyes!
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here for it all. So stop in for a quick oil change before you go. Only takes about 15 minutes. No appointment needed.
Sometimes I hear a sparkling sound.
Like when we say, all you have to do is point?
There it is.
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. It's a big night for the Columbus Blue Jackets with the NHL Draft beginning tonight in Los Angeles. The Jackets have the 14th and 20th overall selections in the first round tonight. You can find coverage of the NHL Draft right here on The Fan starting at 6 o'clock with the Blue Jackets Draft Special. After an off night last night, the Cincinnati Reds returned to action for a weekend series hosting the San Diego Padres. Nick Martinez gets the start tonight for the Redlegs against Dylan Cease for San Diego. First pitch from Great American Ballpark tonight is at 7:10. The Guardians look to get back in the right direction tonight when they take on the St. Louis Cardinals. Luis Ortiz is on the mound for Cleveland across sunny gray for the Cardinals. They get started tonight in Cleveland at 7:10 as well. And the Houston Rockets intend to sign former Buckeye forward Jayshawn Tate, who would have been a free agent this offseason. Tate has spent the last 5 seasons in Houston and will be back with the team for next season. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan.
The only show that can bring a dead queen back to life. This is Common Man and Timmy.
Subscribe to the podcast of this dumb show. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Common Man and Timmy. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. And while you're at it, go to YouTube, search Common Man's Basement. It's brought to you by my friends, the Lion's Den, and subscribe to that.
Oh?
Should I do a basement tonight?
You can't just... You gonna do one on a whim?
The draft is tonight. You can't do that. People will be watching the draft.
Why don't you wait?
Okay. I just thought if nobody had anything to do, I don't really have anything to do, so I thought I would pour myself a little sipper and...
Little sip?
Little sippy.
What are you sipping on? You got any bourbon at the house right now?
Oh, I got it, baby.
You got it?
I got some good selections.
My collection is at an all-time high now. I don't know what number I'm shooting for, but I think I'd like to get a little shelf put in where I can display it.
You know who's got the best bourbon collection?
I do.
Of this entire building.
Well, there's somebody else that used to do a little moonlighting show, but I'm assuming Bo Bishop, but
no,
somebody beyond Bo.
Dom Taberry.
Dom, okay.
Dom's got a better collection than Bo does.
All right. I don't think...
Dom's got 25-year Pappy.
Oof. My dad actually has a bottle of that.
You got 25-year Pappy?
My dad's got a bottle of that.
Ooh,
a
Pappy.
business partner gave it to him, and we cracked it open. I think it's only been our 2 sips, or little, 2 fingers in a glass. That's the only time it's been
I don't like
consumed.
that term. Teddy, you put 2 fingers of Zima in the glass tonight?
Yeah. I know you like the fingers.
Come on, good and clean.
Nope. Mess you up. Ryan Day loses out on a commit, him too. 4-star offensive lineman Drew Evers, he has committed to SMU.
It's okay.
He was long thought to be an Ohio State or Texas A&M product, but I guess SMU moved the needle and probably gave him a big bag of cash when he took his official visit to them in May.
We just talked about offensive linemen and how they've been recruiting that position just yesterday. This is something that's going to happen from time to time.
Yeah, but they just got a 3-star bum yesterday. This guy's
come on. No talking about bums. Let's give him his chance. There's a reason. There's a reason that they wanted Aaron Thomas out of Phoenix. And as I've already told you, I like what Coach Bowen is doing. And I like Sam Greer and Maxwell Riley as a couple guys that are already in this 2026 class. Really good start for offensive lineman recruiting to you can't ever stop. You have to keep recycling. You have to keep going at it. You don't need the same numbers every single year, obviously, but I think this has been a good job by Ohio State so far.
Former Ravens kicker Justin Tucker has been suspended 10 games for being gross.
Yeah, what's his future after that?
Well, what's
happening with him after that?
He's an older guy. He's been around the league for a while. He's got the 10-game suspension. If it's up, I think he's probably kicked his last game. Sure, he's going to church a lot.
And his numbers, too. I mean, his numbers were woeful.
Had a rough year last year.
He went from being the best kicker of all time.
That happens a lot with kickers.
Most
You hit
accurate,
that wall.
and he was 36th, and it's almost shocking to know where he was. And what is he, 30, mid-30s? I don't feel like
late
it was
30s.
Is it late 30s?
I think late 30s.
Okay. I don't know.
Anyway,
Maybe
he's
he's 37,
the
38.
NFL found enough evidence that he was gross and sploofed on people during massages, so he gets a 10-game suspension. You like that term, Teddy? Sploofed? Jail for me?
Tyler
Or
Plouffe.
for him? The Browns will have 8 open practices in 2025. They are free to attend, but you still need to register for a ticket on the team's website. They'll have all the dates on there, too. I do highly recommend going to a training camp practice. I think they're fun. I did that when I was a kid a couple times, and those are memories that I still have today.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity to get close to these guys and see how real massive they are and perhaps get an autograph along the way and smell their sweaty asses.
I know that teams don't feel the need to do this like they used to. Are the Cowboys, Teddy, though, are they still doing theirs in Oxnard, California, or have they gone away from that? I mean, they have that nice thing called the Star that's right there in Dallas. But I know for the longest time they go to California.
Don't travel anymore.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Most teams don't do it.
Their team facilities are built out so well, they do it there.
You've heard of the Greenbrier, that resort
I've
area
been
in
there
West
before.
Virginia? Yeah, so they were different teams, different NFL franchises were using that spot to hold their training camp.
Didn't the Saints do
Yes,
it one year?
The Saints did it maybe a year or two. And when Jack was little, way younger, Laurinaitis was actually on the roster that year, and Michael Thomas was on the team.
Laurinaitis played for the Saints?
He did. He had a year.
When did I miss that?
He had a year with the Saints, maybe 2, right at the end of his career. But Michael Thomas obviously was with them, and I just remember just getting to focus on him because one of the things that Mike Thomas was known for was his work ethic, and even when it was one of the earliest preseason camps, and he's a made guy too. He's already, even from his rookie season, right? He had an unbelievable start. He had a quicker start in his NFL career than Jerry Rice did.
Yeah, he started right away.
His first 3-year stats were just ridiculous, but that was a lot of fun. My parents were still in Virginia at the time, so we kind of each drove 3 hours, met in the middle. We hung out for a weekend, had some beers, watched the practices. It was a good time.
The Texans are going there this year, actually.
Somebody's there, huh?
Oxnard?
For 4 days.
Or Greenbrier.
At Greenbrier.
Oh, okay.
Greenbrier.
Yeah.
At Greenbrier, so you can go see CJ
it's not
over there.
It's not a far drive.
No.
Get to drive into the West Virginia mountains as well.
Yeah.
Stay away from,
It's right off the
all
highway
that
there.
honky-tonk stuff.
They
Right
had
off the interstate.
They had the bunker there. They had the Cold War bunker
Oh, really?
at the Greenbrier.
At the Greenbrier.
Yeah.
How did I miss this?
They give tours of it now.
Okay, that's part of the history there.
You could run the entire United States government underneath the Greenbrier.
Interesting. I would have thought that would be somewhere more. I'm sure there are. I'm thinking like a Winchester, Virginia, only 60, 90 minutes outside the nation's capital. Very rural. A lot of big money out there.
They
Politicians
wanted to
have land.
get away from that. They wanted a location where people wouldn't think to drop a nuke.
Yeah.
And like
not in the area. Yeah, not even
West
in the
Virginia.
metro area.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
So they had to get out of there. They wanted it within close enough driving distance,
or a helicopter ride, even,
or that.
Yeah,
but not close enough that it would be impacted by any sort of major blast.
That is interesting. That really is.
I took the tour.
How was it?
Crap.
Recommend? No.
But you want to know why? Because they took most of the stuff out now.
Well,
it was sort of a disappointing tour.
Of course they did. It's not in use.
Well, it doesn't matter. Leave it like it is.
Yeah, I guess.
They're repurposing the space for other things. What I'm saying is leave it like a time capsule. Don't touch a damn thing.
Yeah, no, you're right. I guess when you go to I don't know if they're still there, but the Air Force Museum out in Dayton at Wright is awesome.
I've been there.
It's always been free. You should give a couple bucks donation when you go there, get the wall calendar. But they've had lots of different Air Force One planes throughout the years. I think they even kind of bolstered. The last time I went was maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and they were there. And I must have toured 5 or 6 of them. And it was claustrophobic and a little tight in there, but kind of like you were saying, they left most things as they were in the planes. And those are cool to see. If you're a fan of aviation.
I mean, they had like a sample room. This is what the dormitory would look like, and they kept like one little room the same. But I'm saying keep the entire thing the same.
Yeah.
Just shut the doors like it never happened. Open it up for us to see.
My only perception of bunkers is that movie with Brendan Fraser and Christopher Walken.
Blast from the Past.
Blast from the Past.
Alicia
He comes up after
Silverstone.
30 years and he meets. I think their hatch opens up like in a porn shop or something.
Yes, that's right.
that's where they.
That's an
leave.
underrated movie.
It's a pretty fun
cute
flick.
It's a cute movie.
Yeah.
It's a funny movie. Lighthearted. As lighthearted as nuclear war can be.
Well, because nothing happened. They were all under the threat of nuclear war.
Well,
What was it? A bunch of fireworks went off?
No, something did happen. Something exploded on the house.
And
their house.
And it was just a mistake. It was just a test or an accident.
They thought it was the start of
nuclear
attack.
war.
Right.
Who was the wife? Was that Sally Field?
No, it was it Sissy
Sissy Spacek.
Spacek.
That's right. I think she also lived in rural Virginia near Robert Duvall. Now we're
good show, Timmy. Doing a good job today.
That's good.
Could the Jackets be on the verge of a big-time sign and trade? Actually, you know what? I just got an official release from the Jackets. Yes,
what do we do?
The trade is official. The
All right.
Charlie Coyle trade is official. I'll give you the details coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a crash that's blocking the 3 left lanes and causing a 25-minute delay on eastbound 270 on that north outer belt at US 23. Expected to move slow from Sawmill Road. And it is stop and go on northbound 71 on the north side between I-70 and 17th Avenue. About a 10-minute delay there. This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Tired of feeling alone in your job search? With just one connection, you can find endless job opportunities. That connection is Express Employment Professionals. Don't go it alone. Visit ExpressPros.com to find the location nearest you. That's ExpressPros.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Chad.
Hi, I'm Chad. I've been taking the low T treatment at Tri-State Men's Health for a little under a year now. So I was really just struggling with finding the energy to accomplish the things I wanted to do every day. By the end of the workday, I was very drained and tired and found it hard to concentrate and get my job done and was looking for something to kind of get that edge back. Once I started taking the treatment, I felt probably within the first 2 to 3 weeks more energy. And the thing that really I noticed right away was sleeping. Now I get a solid 8 hours. I'm going on vacation. I'm enjoying myself. So men out there, if you're struggling with any of the symptoms I was, low energy, brain fog, lack of sleep, I would highly recommend you call Tri-State Men's Health. You won't regret it.
Thanks, Chad. It's true. Low T therapy will likely change your life. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Let's be honest, we could all use a little vacation from the ordinary. But with Tim Hortons' new refreshers, you don't need to pack your bags. Just sip, relax, and enjoy your refreshing 16-ounce vacation. With tropical mango packed with real pineapple and mango pieces. And strawberry watermelon kiwi featuring real pieces of strawberry and kiwi. Also, try it with lemonade or coconut milk. A choose-your-own taste bud adventure. Head to Tim's for the new refreshers. Your 16-ounce vacation awaits. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants.
Hollywood Casino Columbus is bringing the funny this summer. Tiffany Haddish takes the mic on Friday, July 18th with the Funny and Fearless Tour. Then Dion Cole Live hits the stage Friday, September 5th for a night of nonstop laughs. 2 comedy icons, 2 unforgettable nights. Get your friends, grab a drink, and get ready to laugh all night long. Big names, big laughs, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Tickets available at Ticketmaster. Visit HollywoodColumbus.com for more details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Cheer on your Redlegs when they battle the Miami Marlins July 7th through the 10th. Don't miss another Budweiser 3-2-1 Tuesday featuring $3 beers, $2 hot dogs, and $1 ice cream cups. Plus on Thursday, July 10th, rock out with country music act Old Dominion when they take the field for an Ohio Lottery post-game concert free to fans with a game ticket. Visit Reds.com/tickets today.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, you can choose from top brands like Bennington, South Bay, Crown Line, and more. Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. Pontoon boats, luxury tri-toon boats, even merch. Open 7 days a week to serve you better. Find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com today for all your on-the-water needs. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
We at The Fan have created a show where you can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Your family may not listen to you, but we will. Sundays at 11, it's The Fan Call-In Show presented by ESPN Bet at Hollywood Casino Columbus. You're welcome. The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state.
ONN affiliate WBNS TV reports.
Haley Kirby reporting in downtown Toledo.
From the State House, Kevin Landers.
ONN Canton.
ONN affiliate WKYC TV in Cleveland explains.
In Marietta, Brett Wharf, ONN News.
Emma Henderson in Genoa.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at ONNradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens. We could see a scattered shower storm chance continue this evening and into tonight. Temperatures out there will make their way down into the 70s overnight. We'll be down into the 80s for your Saturday. Shower and thunderstorm chances remain in the forecast. Most of those should wrap up on Sunday, but we can't totally rule them out. Temperatures still in the 90s. More shower and storm chances continue into next week. That's your latest 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
A show with copious amounts of fart sounds. Emphasis on copious.
Oh no, I got a fart, but I don't know which way to lean.
This is Man and Timmy.
Blue Jackets making a trade today. This officially just came down about 5 minutes ago. They have acquired forwards Charlie Coyle and Miles Wood from the Avalanche in exchange for Gavin Brindley and third-round pick, 77th overall in tonight's draft, and a conditional 2027 second-round pick.
Okay.
So this is mostly the Charlie Coyle deal. He is a veteran, 33 years old, steady Eddie type of guy. He is the type of guy that you want on your roster if you're going to make a run for the playoffs. Miles Wood is...
Longtime Devil. Hasn't done a ton in terms of points.
He's been around. He's a good hole filler guy. Quite frankly, if his team's any good, he'll be a healthy scratch type of guy on a regular basis. But you give up a third-round pick, you give up Gavin Brindley, and a conditional second-round pick. I don't know what the condition is for the second-round pick. But anyway, that has been made official.
Okay, not moving the needle with anything just yet. But
no, I mean,
it doesn't entirely have to be the point either.
Draft is tonight. They have 2 first-round picks to work with, number 14 and number 20. They can use both those picks and draft, or they can package those picks together and get somebody who really makes an impact. This is not what I would call a real impact move. It's not to say that it, won't be effective, that Charlie Coyle won't do anything here. I'm sure he will. But it's not like, they traded for a superstar here today. And that's okay. All right, give me a number.
Let's go with number 4.
Caller number 4 right now, 614-821-9710 gets a family 5-pack of tickets plus paddock passes to the Honda Indy 200 at Mid-Ohio Friday, July 4th through Sunday, July 6th. Passes are good for the entire weekend. Tickets can be purchased at midohio.com/tickets. Go to jail. Come on.
Yeah, jailbirds. I said number 4, too, because of J.J. Smith, and he's such a good boy. He's selling his jeans this week for lots of cash. So I got one here from the burner phone. My GCBs.
A-hole.
I need a jail sentence for people who feel the need to drive with their hazards on in the rain. Oh, I didn't realize there was precipitation until I saw your stupid flashing lights and realized something must be happening. Thank God for you alerting everyone else to the hazard that was clearly only impacting you and no one else. F! Exclamation
I
mark.
actually agree with this. I think the only use of hazards while on the roadway is if you come upon a very sudden traffic jam.
I am with you on that.
And you're trying to alert the people behind you that are going at a high rate of speed that the traffic is about to stop rather abruptly. That's the only time I think you should be using the hazards. If the weather conditions are so bad that you think the hazards need to be used, then you need to be pulled over on the side of the road with the hazards on.
Okay, but what about when pulling over could be maybe a dangerous move because a lot of other people have already done that and you can't even see real well.
So you just keep
to try
driving?
to find a spot
That's the
on the
safer
shoulder.
move? Just drive?
Well, I'm not saying that there's a good option.
The good option is pull over and stop.
Well, okay, but if you're on the interstate and you don't have some exits and maybe your shoulder situation isn't good. You know what I mean?
Who am I with, T-Bone? You're making excuses for idiots? This is what I'm doing now?
I'm just trying to say. I'm just trying to
All right,
keep
so
an open mind.
you sentence that person then. Because I'd send him to jail, but you apparently want to give him a hug.
I don't want to give him a hug. No. I'd say 2 years jail time right here. 2 years jail time with early parole for good behavior.
Okay, all right.
For hazards. There's more on the roadways, though.
And, of course, taking a driving test.
Oh, of course.
All of these traffic violation jail sentences, it's conditional that you pass a driving test to be let out of jail.
Who do you have to take the driving test with?
Not the BMV, with an actual competent organization.
Has to be somebody
You and I
Stern.
make the test.
David Stern, his ghost.
Dead.
You have to take the test with him. How about Urban's Lil Meyer here? My judges.
But he's sort of much more erect.
Timmy may be able to vouch for this one 4 times in 2 weeks when going to the Toll Dulles exit on 495 by Tyson's. Nice. Tyson's Corner Center, where the stores are.
What are you talking about? Where is this?
This is in Northern Virginia.
All right,
here.
well,
He must be in
explain
the
that to people.
I am. I'm going to. He's in the D.C. area. Dulles Tollway, Dulles International Airport. He must be there on business, or he could live there. I had 10-plus cars just sitting in the lane trying to get ahead of traffic at a complete stop, blocking me from getting off the exit. FYI, it's in the left lane, so some left lane exits. Now, you and I, when we leave work, we've got this situation where the construction on 670, similar thing to what he's talking about, there are 3 lanes of traffic, and so many people just assume that there are only 2. There are 3 lanes, so people will then
one of the lane ends
there
in a mile and a half.
It's miles up there.
So we just got to sit there.
Unbelievable. Use the lane. Let the traffic flow. So sometimes you do have to go around them into an exit lane
I go
and then
around
get
all the
back
time.
in.
I can't stand these people.
If it's a safe option to do so. This is increased jail time. This is an idiotic move. And for people that are on the interstates a lot, how do you not know this yet? How are you not aware? There's another spot in town. How often do you get off on the Avery Road North exit off 161?
All the
Use
time.
that exit all the time?
All the time.
I don't know if that was a daily use one for you if you go different ways.
Are you talking about the constant right turn?
It's its own lane. It's its own lane. You have a green arrow and a dedicated lane, and people will stop right there.
No, they stop there.
It's so frustrating.
Because they're waiting for an opening because they got to pull into the plaza.
They got to swing all the way out
to the way
left.
and get in the left turn lane.
Well, you know what? I wish I could do a lot of things too.
I understand.
You know, when that light is green, you have to go. You have to keep things moving.
I was on 315 today, going south, and there was somebody who wanted to get on 670 instead of staying on 315.
Yeah.
Missed the exit.
Yeah.
Stupid Tesla. Just stopped right there and backed up a little bit.
No.
So they could take their
Backed
670 exit.
up?
Backed up a little bit.
No.
On the shoulder they backed up, but still, it's ridiculous.
25 years. No, that's egregious. Backing up, it's one thing. Stopping is egregious.
Timmy.
Backing up is even worse.
Don't you realize, you know this because you lived in Utah. When you drive on the interstates in Utah, some of these desolated areas, what I'm saying, these desolated areas, you will have signs that tell you next exit 90 miles away.
Yeah.
Fill up now, okay? Because there is nothing between this exit and that exit.
It's a pretty good ways when you're up north on 71 once you leave Polaris until you get to
but even that's
Sunbury.
8 miles.
Yeah, it's not that much.
Okay, it's not
for these
90 miles. But my point is, in a situation like that, I can almost see if you miss your exit, maybe you pull over and see if you could safely make that exit back up just a touch.
You're getting a little Gilbert Gottfried.
Well, because it's so desolate, I'm hoping that you won't impact anybody else. But in a situation like this where you're in a city, there's an exit every 10 seconds. If you miss your exit, go to the next one and turn around. Maybe it costs you an extra 5 minutes, but perhaps you don't start an accident where people die.
We saw the ODOT captured some cam footage. This was maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. Remember this? We had
That's
two.
not just jail. That's execution.
We had 2 in like a week span where you're not even talking about the next lane over from the exit. Cars that were maybe in the center of the interstate, 2 lanes over, coming to a complete stop, backing up a little bit, and then just crossing over traffic where people are going 70 miles an hour. It's absurd. I think back to our nurse that texted in that had the car that stopped. I actually saw that once. And I think people do get freaked out by police officers, which is good. You're supposed to get over. You want to give them their space. Sometimes there's so much traffic that you can't move over lane. You need to maybe then decrease speed by 10 miles an hour and safely move by. But I experienced a car stopping in the middle of the interstate just because a cop was pulling someone over in the area. Person freaked out, came to a complete halt. It's terrifying.
I have a bone to pick with somebody.
Just one?
Well, not many people, but a bone that I'd like to pick publicly with one of the biggest stars over at ESPN.
Yeah.
You don't know who I'm about to say, do you?
I think I do.
Who?
Stephen A.
No. See? Wrong.
All right.
Wrong. Teddy, do you have any guesses? What bone I'm picking?
How about our good friend Herbie?
No, that's too easy.
Yeah.
Come on,
Herbie.
Come on now. What's the matter with
I don't
you?
know. I don't know. I
don't have to promote that. That's like a bodily function where I just have a problem with Herbie.
We already did Billis this week. That was my problem.
How about Dan Orlovsky?
It's not Dan Orlovsky because I hate him with the white hot intensity of 1,000 Suns. I actually have a little bit of respect for this person.
Oh, respect.
And that person is Mike Greenberg.
I was going to say Greeny next.
Once upon a time, Greenberg came in, did an entire 3-hour show with me and T-Bone.
Did he do the whole entire show?
He did the whole show with us.
I remember being impressed at how he was down to earth and a nice guy.
We had a very nice time. He was a very nice guy. We exchanged digits afterwards. However, I got a problem with something that he said. I'm going to share it with you in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got an accident that's on the right shoulder of westbound 270 on the north outer belt at Westerville. That's causing traffic to back up there. And we've got about a 5-minute delay on southbound 315 between Kinnear Road and I-70. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. Get oil changes that are pit stop fast. Take 5 Oil Change gets you in and out in 10 minutes and is teaming up with the movie F1 starring Brad Pitt. Drive in today. Catch all the speed in action now, playing only in theaters June 27th. Rated PG-13. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD-RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Master Grillers Unite.
The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated.
Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here to help keep you on the road so you can soak up all the summer fun. The road tunes.
Take me out to the ball game.
Hotel pools. Emergency ice cream stops. The sunscreen and bug spray everywhere. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here for it all. So stop in for a quick oil change before you go. Only takes about 15 minutes. No appointment needed.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
#1 pizza expert and the #4 college basketball expert at the radio station.
Just from looking at your clothes and weight, I can tell you all watch a lot of free network television.
This is Man and Timmy.
This dumb show brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. All right, I have a bone to pick with Mike Greenberg, longtime ESPN personality. I wouldn't say I'm friends with him. I was friendly with him years ago. He was on Mad Dog Sports Radio's Adam Shine show. And he was talking about ending his radio show called Greenie. It made me sad to do it because I really enjoyed the show we were doing. It was called Greenie, and I worked with a really nice group of people. Paul, who had been my right-hand man forever. We had a nice little ensemble group going. We really had a lot of fun, and I loved it. And I still love radio. I will definitely do it again. I've definitely not done radio for the last time.
Hembo, his guy, yeah.
But when they told me they wanted me to do the football show on Sundays, you don't say no to that. You don't get the opportunity to sit in that chair and do Sunday Countdown and say no thank you. It's the honor of a lifetime. So during the football season, and nobody needs to feel sorry for me, I have the best job of anybody I know. It's 7 days a week. Because the show is on Sunday, all the production stuff for the entire show we do on Saturday, and I'm not taking days off of Get Up. So I work 7 days a week, starting on Labor Day through the Super Bowl. And again, I'm not asking for anyone's sympathy. I did it willingly and delightedly, and I'm going to do it again.
Okay, all right.
I have no problem yet.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. I'm wondering where the other shoe's going to drop.
Now I'm just going to give it the full context.
I got you.
That was what we gave in the moment. That show, meaning giving up radio. It made me sad, and I do sometimes miss it, but I'll definitely get back to it. When the time comes in my career, and I have no idea when that'll be, maybe that'll be in 5 years, maybe it'll be in 10 years, but when the time comes I want to slow down a little bit, I could easily see myself going to that. Maybe going down to Florida, doing a radio show for 3 hours a day in the morning on sports, then playing golf for the rest of my day. That sounds like a pretty good life to me, and I can see that being the next chapter. Okay. Maybe on the surface you read that and say, there's nothing wrong with that. Here's my issue with that. And it's my issue really with the way that ESPN handles their audio product. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to people like me and you. It may not sound like it because we're just a bunch of idiots making fart noises and talking about dongs, but we agonize over what we do.
We suffer for our soup.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of thought goes into this, and I can't stand the way that ESPN treats radio like it's an afterthought. First of all, Greenberg had no respect for that radio show down the stretch because for the last 6 months, he would show up maybe once or twice a month on that show that had his name on it.
Are you talking about the end of Mike and Mike?
No.
You're talking about the end of Greenie, even.
At the end of Greenie.
And this was a time for them where when Mike and Mike was done, and we're talking about Greenie still being a part of their lineup, like that's the one name. That's the one name that's kind of holding that lineup together. They've got, I thought you were going to have the beef with, but it wasn't with him, it's with Greenie. They have Stephen A. Smith. They're paying him millions stacked upon millions of dollars. And when he wants to go do one of his 5 things that he's going to do throughout the day, he wouldn't even do his radio show on ESPN Radio. He takes that to Mad Dog Sports Radio on Sirius XM. So I get it now, seeing this last part. It sounded nice at the beginning because we like to give guys credit that aren't trying to stretch themselves
I'm not even
too
saying
thin
that
with
he
what he's
meant
doing now.
Anything by it.
He
I'm
probably
just saying
didn't.
I am tired of people looking at this profession like it's an afterthought or something to do when it's easy and you're almost semi-retired. You know, that's an insult to the professionals that do this every single day and make it their lives and their careers by choice.
I think for Greeny, maybe what he's getting at is I would hope that it could feel a little bit easier for Greeny because he's a pro and he's done it a lot in the past. I don't think that you would be able to take an attitude of just mailing in shows because people can tell, I think. You'd be able to tell if the chemistry isn't genuine, if you're just can't wait to get out of there so you can go play golf for the rest of the day. Do whatever you want to do when you're not on the clock.
Well,
but
people can tell. I don't know if he'll be able to tell.
Yeah, the audience will be able to know.
The audience will know, and they just won't tune in.
That's going to be the ones that matter.
Anyway, just saw that today.
Oh,
I'm not spitting mad. I'm not going to scream or yell or anything. I just thought it was a little bit disrespectful. That's all.
Let me, you got time for a jailbird here? Or you got something else to go to?
Of course I do.
All right. This one was texted in. Jenny, not Jen, says, my guys. So there was a woman on my flight back from New York this week that kept her long hair draped over my seat. This is interesting because
rude.
This is, I mean, you'd think like Jenny here, she knows, I don't know how long her hair is. I don't know. I guess that's not part of it, but follow me. I've seen things like this on social media, but was literally shocked to experience it firsthand. I was as polite as I could be, but this woman had the gall to treat me like the a-hole here. So her hair draped over the back of the seat. I brushed it aside once. She snipped back and got angry with me. I tried to do it again delicately. She snipped back even worse. I finally had to just deal with it and not be the one to cause a scene on the flight.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
She said if I was the air marshal, I would have arrested the bee, or maybe I would have just chucked her off the plane like Harrison Ford.
You sit on your hair.
Get off my plane.
That's what you do. You don't just dangle your hair off the seat. So maybe it's tickling somebody else's leg, or it's hanging over somebody's food tray.
It's hanging like over the back of the seat, like where the tray gets put up.
Ridiculous.
And you have the gall, you have the audacity to be rude to the person that tries to move it aside or taps you on the shoulder.
When the flight attendant comes over, it can be for a totally benign thing like, water, peanuts, whatever it is. Just make a little eye contact with the flight attendant. You don't have to make a scene. Just make a little eye contact and sort of motion towards the hair and do a little like, and then the flight attendant will say something.
That's a good point.
Okay, you don't have to make a big thing. Got to get the flight attendant involved here. But you just make eye contact. They know exactly what you're talking about, and you do a little. I had to do that once at a restaurant. Sitting, those bench. I hate the bench tables.
Bench tables?
Where it's like a communal bench table, and they have the individual tables stacked up.
Well, sometimes you want to go to lunch with a friend and you want to catch up on things.
But when you're sitting next to other people.
You don't want to have the conversation bleeding over into somebody else's conversation.
So Kristen and I sat down. We had a nice dinner reservation. We go to this place. We're right smack dab in the middle of two larger tables. I mean, they're right next to us.
Right.
So it's hard to talk, which is fine. We see that. We're not going to make a stink. This is where they put us, whatever. The person at the table to my right had such offensive and bad BO, I couldn't even.
Oh, my God.
I couldn't handle it. It was choking me to death. And this wasn't even regular BO. This was BO mixed with perfume or cologne. That's the thing. People think they're going to minimize the BO. No, you make it worse when you mix it with flowers. It's terrible. I was choking on it. There's no way I could sit there and enjoy my dinner. I didn't want to make a big scene.
Yeah.
Waiter comes over, and I just politely looked at him. And by the way, he could smell it too, because how could he not?
I'll say this on the two scenarios. So to go to Jenny, you did the right thing.
I wasn't finished with my story.
Oh,
I'm actually actively talking.
The BO, okay?
I'm actively speaking and telling this. Teddy. What?
All right.
Yeah, yes, I was listening. I want to know where the story, because you're talking to the waiter.
Throw me in jail. And throw me in jail.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
And what happens?
I'm sorry. Jail for me.
The waiter comes over. I very quietly say to him, I can't, and put my arms up in the air.
What do I do?
And sort of look towards the person next to me. He knew exactly what I was talking about. He said, you know what, guys? I've got another table for you.
Nice.
And he picked up the stuff and moved us. The BO guy was none the wiser. Now, that's the end of my story. Now you can speak.
That's a nice move by your waiter.
You go to jail.
I'll take a year in jail for that offense right there. So I would say for the guy with the BO, that's 2 years in jail. You might not know it, but you've got to figure that out. You've got to become aware at some point. You've got to bathe, okay?
Do we put him in jail, or do we put his partner in jail?
It's ultimately up to you.
I'm just saying.
It is up to the partner to speak up.
Like, they're starting to do this now. You got these horrible situations with, like, kids in school shootings, right? If it turns out their parents miss all these signs and just have, like, AK-47s lying around in the house.
Right, that's true.
Even if they legally bought them, you should know what the hell your kid's doing. There's a chance you go to jail.
Yes,
and there's a chance you should go to jail. If you actively know that your husband's walking out smelling like cow manure and you allow it to happen, there's got to be some sort of residual punishment.
Something maybe it's halfway then. If it's 2 years for the person with the BO, then a year for the person that is letting it slide. With Jenny on the plane, I agree, you don't want to cause drama. With the way things are, she tried a couple of times. Your advice about gesturing like you did with the waiter to the flight attendant, that would have been a good thing. She didn't think about that.
They'll generally know what you're talking about.
She was probably a little flustered, though, but you want to be the cooler. She was the cooler head. The person that thought that was okay to do and actually had the gall to snipe back, I want to say 50 years. You got to be gone.
I don't know.
Like it's outrageous behavior.
Timmy is scaring people, and we need to get him to stop. I saw something today. I'm embarrassed for him. I'm embarrassed for this show. I'm going to tell you what it is, and I'll have an example for you.
Oh.
I'm going to show my work. This is like a math question. I'm going to give you the answer. I'm going to show you my work.
Okay.
Coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
There's a disabled vehicle that's blocking the left lane and causing a bit of a delay on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt at 3:15. And you're looking at a 5-minute slowdown on northbound US 23 between 270 on the north side and Powell Road. This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, they're all about keeping you on the road to summer fun, to rides, to the beach, even to faraway places. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Summer drives start here. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, it's Anthony. Comfort is king. We all strive for it, but life gets in the way. You know that. And oh, my aching feet is not just a cliche. That's why the Good Feet store, in my opinion, has the best arch support solutions engineered to help you and me live the life we love without pain. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I'm a customer. I have their 3-step system put right into all my shoes. They support, balance, and strengthen my feet and really guide them right into their ideal position. Every step I take, every move I make, I get relief. Not from the song, although I love that, but from my personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. Your free fitting is designed to help them understand you, your pain, and your discomfort, your personalized system. You'll walk out wearing your new arch supports hassle-free and begin living the life you love without pain. The Good Feet store on Stringtown Road in Grove City or Polaris Parkway. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
Sometimes I hear a sparkling sound.
Like when we say, all you have to do is point?
There it is.
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Watching Clorox cleanup spray dissolve tough grime in the shower feels like...
Wait, this really just happened? I'm shocked. Underwear and everything?
It feels like being able to zip up your overpacked suitcase on the first try.
Smooth.
With Clorox, clean feels satisfying. Clean feels good. Use as directed.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times?
You're playing the lute. Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
When you get ECO to fix your HVAC system, we give you back all the money you paid us to repair that old system when you finally need to buy a new one from us. Up to $1,500.
Get ECO.
ECO. All those extra years of service for free. On me. GetEco.com.
Morning Juice is now live on YouTube. Join Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Thidoff weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
Just search 971 The Fan to catch the live experience or watch on demand.
The Fan.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
This is 100% employee-owned now. It gives them a sense of pride.
It's always been a family business. We've benefited as owners from the work of all of these great employees for so long. Well, now everybody's an owner, so now everybody has a stake. It really is the culmination of the family business. The family just got bigger. We all know there's a difference between working for a paycheck and working for something that belongs to you.
Call Rizzotti today at 777-4806.
The champs are back. Ohio State football returns to the Shoe this fall with powerhouse matchups against Texas, Penn State, and more. Your Buckeye Saturdays begin at ohiostatebuckeyes.com, where you can grab single game tickets that are on sale now. Gear up and get ready for game day.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Our favorite basketball players are Leaky Black and Grady Dick.
That is childish nonsense.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Can I talk now?
Yeah, you can go.
All right. Want to make sure.
Are you done yet? That's a really fascinating story.
I wish I was done. Pick your parlay coming up at 5 o'clock. Can I tell you a little secret?
What's up?
I haven't done my parlay.
What?
Yeah, I forgot all about it.
Well,
we had a lot of excitement around here today. We got the, Beat the Heat fan. By the way, till 6:30 today, you can come by the radio station, drop off a box. Hello.
Whoa, man.
Ooh, Peter Brady. Drop off a box fan. There are people out there that have no air conditioning. And, I complain all the time about, it's hot out there. At the end of the day, I go into my central air house. It's not really a problem.
It's nice, right?
There are people who have to sleep in horribly hot conditions and live. And the least we can do is make sure they have a box fan to circulate some air.
I'd read about an old trick that people down south would use when the AC is only going to cool your house to a certain extent, or if you don't have it. If you get some of these box fans, we've actually been running a box fan in the studio for the last 2 days. And we've had it on full blast, too, but it's far enough back from the microphones that you can't hear it. But if you put like a bucket of ice water right there, it'll make it so much cooler.
Well,
I've heard that. I haven't tried it yet. I don't have.
Go get some ice water.
I don't have a bucket. I don't have enough ice.
You know who's going to have? Common sense. Okay? We have to have a little discussion.
What?
And by discussion, I mean you have to sit there and shut up while I talk.
Okay, go ahead.
All right?
What'd I do?
I'll tell you what you did. You went outside today. You volunteered at the Beat the Heat thing. You're very nice. I'm proud of you for doing that.
Thank you.
Okay? But they put you on TV. You were on 10 TV, but you can't have the same shtick that we have here in the afternoons.
What do you mean shtick?
And put that. I'm going to play you audio from Timmy on TV today. This is going out to a big audience, an audience that really has no idea who Timmy is or what's going on, and they don't really know pee-pee poo-poo. It's the middle of the day, people watching on 10 TV, and this is what they have to hear.
People need to come out and help us collect these fans today.
Well, and Lou can tell us, too. I mean, look at Lou. He's a good, clean fireman. We are out here. I mean, as you just gave your forecast, it might be getting a little bit cooler, but newsflash, it's still really, really hot.
The whole thing with the good, clean boy.
I thought that was good.
No, look, it's good here.
Oh, come on.
You can't bring that to that world. It's embarrassing.
I talked with I used Lou, short for lieutenant. I thought that was fine too, because that's the lingo that they use.
But it's not. No, you can't use it.
His name was Nick, and he was really cool, and we chit-chatted for 5 or 10 minutes before we had that hit. So we were both, gaining some comfort with one another. And I wouldn't even say that he seemed nervous about doing it, but he was very friendly.
Teddy, I must have blacked out. Did I ask for a rebuttal?
No, you did not.
I said, I'm going to talk.
Yeah.
You're going to listen.
Yeah.
I did listen.
No, I'm not done yet. These are inside radio jokes. They're for our audience and our audience only. They signed up for this dementia. These poor people watching on 10 TV, they just want to hear about dropping off a box fan.
I mean, look at Lou. He's a good, clean fireman.
You didn't even call the guy by his right name, using slang. I thought his name was Lou.
No. Lou Brown? No.
I thought his name was Lou. You're doing lieutenant slang?
Yeah, I did.
You bum. You are such a bum. You know what I would love you to do? I want somebody to tell me, where's a good Marine bar in this town? Where do the Marines hang out? All right, because you'd be such a douche. You'd walk into the Marine bar, probably
go there.
wearing something and throwing a challenge coin up in the air and throwing lingo out. I can't wait for you to get your ass kicked.
Oh, it's like look at Lou. He's a good, clean fireman. Navy guys going to the Army bar, they're not welcome, or vice versa. I was just trying to have fun. I was just trying to bring some fun to what they were doing.
But actually speak English so they understand you.
What's to understand? It's just a harmless little line.
It's not normal.
It's just being playful
to comment
and lighthearted
on some stranger's cleanliness. It's not normal. You don't say that about people.
It's a compliment. I didn't call him an old dirty bastard. I said, here's our lieutenant. He's a good, clean fireman.
You didn't say lieutenant. You said Lou.
I said Lou.
Idiot.
You have got to give me a break.
No.
Yes.
I give you a break.
That's too far.
I give you a 3-hour forum for you and I to sit down and pick at the minutia of life. We spent 6 minutes on a movie that people haven't seen in 25 years yesterday, Castaway, and had a real discussion about whether he was having sex with the volleyball.
And I still say no.
I'm just saying
you're out of your mind.
He's on that island. He's talking
Wilson.
to it like it's a person. He's got sexual needs. I'm not judging him.
Wilson's a friend. Right. He's not doing that to the volleyball.
He's a friend with benefits is what he is.
He doesn't even have any genitalia.
See? This is what the show is, and that's okay. But you have to keep it confined to this world. Don't put it out there.
People need to come out and help us collect these fans today.
Well, and Lou can tell us, too. I mean, look at Lou. He's a good, clean fireman. We are out here. I mean, as you just gave your forecast, it might be getting a little bit cooler, but newsflash, it's still really, really hot. Rhyme time? Funny? No? Was that fine? Thumbs up from Rhyme time. He's a good, clean boy. You're making it out like I brought did someone have sex with a volleyball as the same thing of throwing out a good, clean boy line. And it was good-natured.
That's what's coming up next. That's what's coming up next, probably.
No, it's not.
You can't control yourself.
I'm not that dumb. I might be dumb, but I'm not going to bring some of that stuff to 10 TV. There are standards. I made a calculated choice as to what could be just enough that maybe our fans that are listening in will get a chuckle out of that.
No one is listening to that.
And the regular 10 TV viewers wouldn't be any the wiser. They'd hear it, they might even go, good, clean fireman. I've never heard that before. But he is good, clean. Our good, clean grandson.
Here's someone else I need to take to the woodshed. Jen Winters sends me a text.
Uh-huh.
Did you go out and help at the fan drive? I don't know, Jen. Did you take the day off and come in here and help at the fan drive? What are we talking about? You're not going to shame me. You're not even here today.
Oh, man. I mean, look at Lou. He's a good, clean fireman. It's a good time. It's a good time. I was glad to help out there.
What's next? Oh, pick your parlay. I haven't done Jack Squad for this. Pick your parlay is next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You are looking at a 10-minute slowdown on westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and I-70. And we've got a small delay on southbound 71 on that north side between Gemini Parkway and 270. This report is sponsored by Lotto.com. Feeling lucky? Lotto.com has digital scratch tickets, tons of games, and instant fun. Scratch now on Lotto.com. Must be 18 or older to play the lottery. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Barry Zeta and Dr. Joseph Senta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. Dr. Zeta and Dr. Senta can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-426-VEIN. That's 614-426-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
Hey friends, Beamer here. So did you jump in on Awaken 180's Lose 40 by the 4th challenge? Well, if you did, well, a huge congratulations to you on hitting a 40-pound goal in less than 2 months. That deserves some serious celebration. Speaking from experience, I dropped double digits my very first week on Awaken 180, and in just over 3 months, all 70 pounds were gone. Total game changer for me, and the results came lightning fast. Now, if you haven't jumped on board yet, there's no worries. There's still plenty of summer left to lose your 30, 40, 70 like I did, or even 100 pounds or more. I'm not saying you're going to drop 40 pounds next week, but if you have the same week one results I had, you'll definitely be on your way. Set your sights in August. Think summer barbecue, golf, the beach, every bit of it fits into your new Awaken 180 lifestyle. Lose weight, love summer, and thank me later. You can start today at awaken180weightloss.com, the official weight loss program of summer.
Excuse me, did someone say jackpot? The Ohio Lottery's Mega Millions jackpot is up to $348 million. You heard that right, $348 million. Jackpots start at $50 million and grow faster than ever. And drawings are every Tuesday and Friday. With the new built-in multiplier, all non-jackpot prizes are multiplied between 2 and 10 times. Play Mega Millions today. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Common Man here. Let me tell you something. I'm on these Germain inter-office emails. At Germain Lexus, during the month of June, they've challenged themselves to sell more cars than they ever have in 1 month. What does that mean? Well, I'm stupid, but to me, that means they're willing to deal, baby. And the Memorial cars are on the lot. The ones the golfers drive for the tournament are now available to you. I've been a Germain customer for years, even before I started doing the commercials. If you're in the market, please stop in. Germain Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here to help keep you on the road so you can soak up all the summer fun. The road tunes.
Take me out to the ball game.
Hotel pools. Emergency ice cream stops. The sunscreen and bug spray everywhere. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here for it all. So stop in for a quick oil change before you go. Only takes about 15 minutes. No appointment needed.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
10 West Broad, Columbus. CordellCordell.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate your snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your spouse will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and of course, stops your snoring. That's the main point. It's quick and comfortable and an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea, and now he's expanding his practice to better serve his patients with a brand new location in Marysville. I love Marysville. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Do not delay. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. And now, sleepbettermarysville.com too.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. It's a big night for the Columbus Blue Jackets with the NHL draft beginning tonight in Los Angeles. The Jackets have the 14th and 20th overall selections in the first round tonight. You can find coverage of the NHL draft right here on The Fan starting at 6 o'clock with the Blue Jackets draft special. The Blue Jackets are making some moves ahead of the draft tonight. They've agreed to a trade with the Colorado Avalanche to receive Charlie Coyle and Miles Wood from Colorado and send forward Gavin Brindley, this year's third-round pick, and a conditional 2027 second-round pick in return. The Cincinnati Reds will host the San Diego Padres tonight after being off last night. Nick Martinez is on the mound for the Redlegs across Dylan Cease for San Diego. First pitch is at 7:10, and the Guardians are at home taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Luis Ortiz gets the start for Cleveland against Sonny Gray for St. Louis. They get started tonight at 7:10 as well. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
One watches QVC religiously. The other studies Paige Spirinak's golf swing. This is Man and Timmy.
All right, the verdict is in. The verdict from the listeners. Show lingo needs to stay in the show.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's been made clear.
Your punishment has been handed out. I think you and Reimer, your public defendant, should go to jail. Reimer, can I give you some career advice? Don't attach yourself to this guy. He's not going to be here very long.
Come on. I've been here 13 years. It's not ending now. I got a text from the burner phone, though. This made me laugh out loud. I agree. Timmy, straight to jail. That's ours, you bum, for 1,000 years.
People who listen to this show take great ownership in what we do. It's a clubhouse atmosphere. When you start throwing it out willy-nilly, the secret handshake for everybody to see, it takes the specialness away from this show. If you're just tuning in, Timmy did a good thing today. He went outside, he volunteered, Beat the Heat fan drive, which, by the way, stop on by 10 TV studios and drop off a new box fan. There are plenty of people who really, really need it out there.
And
it's hot as hell.
You can go by local firehouses. You can go by local fire stations in Franklin County.
And if
you
you
can drop off the box fan there.
A lieutenant there, call him Lou.
Hey,
That's
Lou.
the other douche thing that Timmy did. He was on 10 TV, and he just couldn't leave well enough alone. Couldn't say, hey, come on down. You got to throw lingo out there.
People need to come out and help us collect these fans today.
Well, and Lou can tell us, too. I mean, look at Lou. He's a good, clean fireman. We are out here. I mean, as you just gave your forecast, it might be getting a little bit cooler, but newsflash, it's still really, really hot.
I want you to go to a marine bar. Say, what's up, Marinies?
What the hell is that?
Marini.
That's the shortened term?
What's up, Marinies? We had somebody in the YouTube chat suggest that.
Okay. Point taken. What do you want me to do?
All I want is an apology and for you to be fired.
Okay. All right.
That's all I want.
You can have both.
Bye.
Common Man and Timmy present Pick Your Parlay.
All right, I want to point out in advance.
You didn't do one
And I
today.
totally forgot about this segment today. I forgot all about it.
Wait a minute. How many of you hit yet anyway?
It doesn't matter.
Put a lot of time and effort
Can I
into
tell you,
it?
this is going to be it.
You're going to hit it this time.
It's like the time where Rimmer won our NCAA tournament bracket, and he just filled the bracket out based on colors.
That's how it goes.
This is a red team. They win. And then he won the entire thing, and we never hear the end of it.
Yeah,
all right, here we go. I'm going parlay 3 games, okay? And they are all CFL action. Canadian football.
Good. You're doing this right.
We got a big matchup tonight in Hamilton. The Hamilton Tiger Cats, them too, taking on the Montreal Alouettes. The road team is actually the favorite here, but I'm going to go with the home team, Hamilton Tiger Cats. You're getting plus 120 on the money line. If you're doing point spread, you're getting 2 points with the Tiger Cats. Then tomorrow night, a big one between the BC Lions and the Saskatchewan Rough Riders. Saskatchewan, home favorite, money line minus 35. Nobody defends their home field like the Rough Riders, okay? Years of watching the CFL has taught me this. Take the Rough Riders at home. So we got the Hamilton Tiger Cats, I can't say that, at home, plus 120. Rough Riders at home, minus 135. And then Sunday night, prime time, Toronto Argonauts, they're on the road. You know that John Candy once had an ownership stake with Wayne Gretzky in the Toronto Argonauts, but it's not going to be enough because they're playing on the road at the Ottawa Red Blacks. I know what it means, but it still makes me nervous. Red Blacks, favorites at home, minus 135 on the money line. 3 CFL games, 3 home teams, and that is your winning parlay.
Did you converse with DeVere Posey about this, with his CFL knowledge?
I did not.
God, you're bringing up John Candy's ownership stake. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Trying to throw us off the scent. He's a Kenosha kicker in my book. Not messing around in the CFL. All right, I'm going to hit you with a couple of MLB run lines. We're going to go with the Rays over my Orioles on the run line, minus 1.5. We're going to increase our odds a little bit that way. So here's the thing. In the last 10 games for each of these, the O's have lost 2 straight series. I thought they had something cooking. It seemed to fall apart the last 2. They're 4-6. They're only hitting 200. They've got a 4.86 ERA. They've been outscored by 14 runs. The Rays, meanwhile, are 7-3. They're hitting 3.18, a 3.80 ERA, and they have outscored their opponents by 19 runs. They're even starting to have conversations with Major League Baseball about what the hell they're going to do if they wind up making the postseason, because they play in a 9,000 seat, not even a minor league park. It's a spring training facility that the Rays are playing in right now. So that's step 1. Step 2, we're going to go trying to get an easy one here to complete the parlay. So I'm going to go with the Brewers at home over the Rockies. I think the one and only time I threw the Rockies into this, they actually beat the Yankees. So play the odds with me. That is not going to happen again. Milwaukee is a 45-win ball club. The Rockies have only won 18 games. That also, we need the Brewers to win by 2 runs here. And I'm ready to do it again. I'm going back to the Crew well. They've got a big home game against Philadelphia, the number 1 team in the table. They've got 40 points. That leads the East, but
you're going to be there.
Going to be there.
You should
Absolutely.
Go up to Wilfred Nancy and say, "What's up, Gaff?"
Stop.
What's up, Gaff?
Stop. I'm not doing any of that. It's over. All right.
I don't believe you.
Message received.
I wish it was over.
No nicknames, no show lingo.
Wish my life was over.
Not having any fun out there.
What's up, Gaffy? Gaffy Duck?
Gaffy.
The gaffer.
Yeah. He's not going to get sacked anytime soon. I'll tell you that. So we're going to go with the Crew to win. With those 3 things together, $20 gets us 140 plus 696. That's the winning parlay. Teddy.
Now you talk, Teddy.
All right. I'm going with a total bases parlay tonight for 3 different players tonight in baseball. They each have to get 2 total bases, okay?
All right.
So first we're going down to Cincinnati. And for the Padres, they're taking on the Padres tonight, the Reds are. Manny Machado, he's hit the Reds pitcher, Nick Martinez, really well. So I'm going to take Manny Machado to get 2 total bases. I think my Reds will still win, probably, but I think Manny's going to get 2 total bases.
You're not putting money on the win, though. You're just putting money on Manny Machado.
Yeah, just to hit for him to get 2 total bases. I think he's going to do it. And then I'm headed to down to Atlanta. The Phillies are in town, and the Phillies, they've hit this pitcher, I think it's Bryce Elder, I believe, the pitcher for the Braves. They've hit him pretty well, a couple of these guys. Alex Bohm, he's had he's about over 400 against him. So I think he's going to get 2 total bases. And last, our guy, Nick Castellanos, he's hit 3 home runs against him. I think he'll get 2 total bases tonight. Maybe you'll get a home run tonight out of him. And that's going to get us at like plus 1,000 odds for my bet. So take that.
I got a bone to pick. Shockingly not with Timmy.
Yeah, who else?
My bone to pick is with the fine people at ESPN. Look, I understand that every single ounce of your being is devoted to either talking about Dak Prescott's legacy or some sort of NFL story that we may or may not care about, or what LeBron said today. And I get it.
It's no different, though. They always do that.
I understand. But you know what? Tonight is the first round of the NHL draft. You are airing it on your network. If you go to ESPN.com right now, there is not even a mention on the main page.
Just main ESPN.com. You're saying
top
nothing
headlines,
there.
nothing there. As a matter of fact, you look up top, it's all NBA draft stuff that happened 2 days ago. Oh, yes, we know that Cooper Flagg was taken number 1. Thank you. Not one story, not one feature in anybody's line of sight when they first go to the website is focused on the NHL draft.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
This is an entity that you carry and are featuring tonight. There's nothing else going on. Nothing.
It is a little bit annoying.
NBA draft is over.
We have regular season baseball. Like that's what we're in. We got WNBA and we got regular season baseball.
And they may
and CFL apparently.
It wouldn't surprise me if during the coverage they're about ready to introduce the first pick in the draft. The New York Islanders take.
Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers.
And they go something about let's discuss Dak Prescott's legacy. What are we doing here?
Will Aaron Rodgers throw for 25 touchdowns in Pittsburgh this year?
Jimmy crack corn for one night or something, once in a while. Pretend like something else exists in your orbit.
Hockey has to be used to that by now, don't they?
I'm sure they are. Doesn't mean they like it, though.
No, they don't. But even now being a partner again with ESPN, it's still like this. You're not seeing a lot of headlines. It doesn't even matter if they're in season. I wish I could go back to when the Stanley Cup was on and how many features were actually on their front pages during that, besides just the quick little game recaps. But when it comes to the NBA, there's, 17 stories for you to click on.
All right, Teddy's very excited for something. What was this story?
Oh, I think I know.
The name's Bond.
Oh, that's right.
James Bond.
Oh, you just ruined it. All right. Oh, you know what? We have to have a real conversation about this because I found something out about the new James Bond today. And it sort of
potential James Bond. They haven't named anybody.
I thought he was James Bond.
No, they have not named anybody.
Strong
yet.
suspicion points
He's
to
one of
this
the
person.
Finalists, but there's other guys that mentioned.
All right, so it's still alive for Vaini Vivalainen.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll discuss James Bond coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Traffic is a little stop and go on northbound 315 between Hard Road and Jewett Road, causing about a 5-minute delay there. You're also going to hit another 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between I-70 and 17th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Put-in-Bay Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau. A slice of paradise in Lake Erie? For any getaway or retreat, Put-in-Bay awaits with dining, Crystal Cave, Heinemann Winery, and Perry's Memorial. Start planning at visitputinbay.com. Put-in-Bay, an everyday island getaway. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
We could tell you what makes Giant Eagle special, but we think our customers say it best.
I love the fresh produce. I love the fresh meat.
I'm pretty sure the fish guy knows me by now. We're buds.
I love to grill. That alone keeps me coming back.
The people that work here are so nice and so helpful.
Everybody loves the cakes from Giant Eagle.
On every shelf, in every department, we're always going for better because being your Giant Eagle matters.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
He shoots, he scores! It's a great time of year to be a fan, but the fun stops when you or a loved one can't control your gambling. Maryhaven is here to help with in-person, virtual, and group options. Learn more at maryhaven.com.
The champs are back. Ohio State football returns to the shoe this fall with powerhouse matchups against Texas, Penn State, and more. Your Buckeye Saturdays begin at ohiostatebuckeyes.com where you can grab single game tickets that are on sale now. Gear up and get ready for game day.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, you can choose from top brands like Bennington, South Bay, Crown Line, and more. Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. Pontoon boats, luxury tri-toon boats, even merch. Open 7 days a week to serve you better. Find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com today for all your on-the-water needs. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
When you get ECO to fix your HVAC system,
we give you back all the money you paid us to repair that old system.
When you finally need to buy a new one from us,
up to $1,500.
Get ECO.
ECO. All those extra years of service for free.
On me.
GetEco.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate your snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your spouse will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and of course, stops your snoring. That's the main point. It's quick and comfortable and an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea, and now he's expanding his practice to better serve his patients with a brand new location in Marysville. I love Marysville. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Do not delay. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. And now, sleepbettermarysville.com too.
Bishop and Friends.
When he would just talk by himself, the promos, it all changed with The Rock. I mean, he changed the way that you do it. But Mach would be on there.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Cellar.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
No one knows better than a mom what's right for our kids. But with so many apps and devices, protecting them feels harder than ever. My name is Emily. My husband and I have 3 kids, and we live in Strongsville. Ohio needs to act and put parents back in charge by passing a common sense law to require app stores to get parental approval before children download apps.
By requiring parental consent and age verification in the App Store, parents will have a simple, secure, and reliable way to choose what's best for their own kids. That's why Ohio's Fraternal Order of Police and the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation both support this common sense approach.
With one clear place to approve the apps they use, Ohio can put parents back in charge.
Tell your state legislators to pass the App Store Accountability Act now. Learn more at OWLR.org. Paid for by Ohio Women Lead Right.
With Amazon Business, smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens. We're looking at the chance for a scattered shower or thunderstorm remaining this evening and into tonight. Not as many as we've seen in the past days, though. Temperatures down in the 70s. Highs in the 80s for Saturday. Shower and thunderstorm chances remain in your forecast. We're back to the 90s on Sunday with a smaller chance for storms, but not zero. More storm chances as we head toward next week. That's your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
A show you can feel deep down in your plums.
No! That is a bad place to touch. No. No, 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 no.
This is Common Man and Timmy.
Am I doing PP no worky?
I think you got one.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. You can tell I'm prepared. You know what? This is a perfect example. You never know when ED is going to pop up.
Or it doesn't really pop up.
Right. It doesn't pop up.
It slinks down.
Right. Exactly.
Like this.
Like this segment. Arrow pointed down.
It can only get up from here.
Don't live with erectile dysfunction. You know, most men, they think they can solve the problem by themselves. That's ridiculous. This is a medical issue. Why wouldn't you go to the people who solve problems like this every single day? Schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit, just $99, includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if the test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free.
There's your answer.
They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having hibbity-dibbity time the day after your appointment. Call them today. 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
Hey,
promo code LIMP.
I thought you were done. Hey, I wanted to ask you, you mentioned Pizza Nerds earlier in the show.
Yep.
And I have not had that one yet. So that one could be on my list as well. But you remember a month or two back, I was starting to do the work that you got to do if we're going to be, continuing on with Pizza Madness.
Broadening
like is the plan.
Pizza horizon.
Broaden the pizza horizons. We encourage everybody to do that. Get outside of the bubble. You might live in Gahanna. You might want to venture over to the Worthington area, the Dublin area, the Hilliard area.
Absolutely.
Me, vice versa. Go east of town some days. Or check out New Albany like I did with Eagle Villa not long ago. Where should I go next? Like, what's a good place? You know some of the places. You've been following along what I've checked off the list, but I need another good one here to go to.
I will tell you that Fishy just left, and he's going to pick up some pizza at Black Dog.
Yes, he is going to Black Dog.
In Dublin. That's one of his personal favorites. They also, I want to say, made it to the Sweet 16 in Pizza Madness. That's a good choice.
No shame
also,
in that run.
right across the street in that same area is Enrico's for a nice pizza pie. They also were in Pizza Madness, and I want to say got out of the first round. Very heritage thing. They got the old people working there making the salads. Very quaint, but it's also very good.
Black Dog or Enrico's?
In that Carriage Plaza area.
Where are you with an Iaconos?
Not Carriage Plaza. What am I thinking of?
I don't know. I'm not as familiar with the area.
Carriage
up there.
Plaza is Bethel, right?
I think that one's on Bethel.
Yeah, forget it.
I'll look it up. It doesn't. It's okay. I have to go back and find.
Road. It's Franz Road.
Franz Road. We had a listener that created a Google document. He actually created a Google map, not a doc. Sorry, and he put little
dots of where all the places were. Absolutely,
he color coded this for the regions as well. It was fantastic. I'll have to find it. I've got it. I think I've got it saved in my Gmail somewhere. So when I find that, I will post that so everybody can have that and know where all of the participators. And it again, there could be different pizza shops that are going to come into the fray here. We've heard about a lot of them that were not in the bracket. We understand that.
I'm telling you right now, and I say this with all honesty, my wife hates me now. She's going to divorce me. But before Pizza Madness last spring, I was very proud of myself. I lost about 25 pounds. I was working out. Pizza Madness came. Did all the research for that, put all the weight back on.
It's done.
And since I have kept that weight on and put a little bit more.
Well,
because I'm already starting to do research for next year's Pizza Madness. I went to a couple places last week that were not in the bracket of 64 this past go-around.
And?
That I like very much and will be making an appearance in the new bracket. In the springtime.
Reconnaissance work.
There's your answer.
You got to do the work.
Teddy loves James Bond. I saw they have named a new director for the new James Bond movie. It's French guy, Teddy? Is that what it is?
Is it Denis?
Denis Villeneuve.
Yes.
Villeneuve
or Villeneuve.
Did the Dune movies.
Oh, he did the Dunes. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been a fan of those? I haven't seen them.
They're really good. I mean, they're
seen
they're lengthy, but you got to stick around. They're good.
This is going to be the first James Bond since it was purchased by Amazon MGM.
Okay.
Right? Didn't they pay like $8 billion?
That's a lot. Yeah, they paid a lot.
For the MGM film library and media rights and stuff like that?
It's a pretty popular franchise.
They want to go. They want to do the what they've done to like the Star Wars universe. I think they want to make a Bond universe, which you spend all that money.
Are you a fan of that?
Well, you spend all that money, you need a return on it, right?
I know, but I'm not talking about it from a business standpoint, but from a fan standpoint. Is that oversaturation? Is that too much for you?
No, because they barely make movies now. So give me something.
Explain to me like when you say universe. How many?
He wants a show on Amazon Prime called Octopussy. That's what he wants.
Well, no, you say that in jest, but you probably are wanting a show to go along with movies that are made. Is that the difference here with the universe?
Yeah, you can make different shows of maybe some of the other characters, or maybe they could come up with like a young James Bond or something like that,
or like M and Q, or some of the other characters, like the pre-stories.
Yeah, absolutely. You can go back and some of the characters that have been on there throughout the years, you can maybe give them their own show or do some movies and with them as well.
I like the new M. I think it's our guy from Conclave, Ralph Fiennes.
Yeah,
he's a good actor. Clean M.
He's a good actor.
He's good.
He can do
really
a lot of stuff.
I didn't know what I was going to think when Judi Dench, who is so good in that role, stepped away. I did.
Fantastic.
Queen, I didn't know.
I'm not Judi Dench. I'm Dame Judi Dench. Get it right.
Full the Queen, James. But when Ralph came into that spot, I mean, Teddy, you know what I'm talking about. it's hard to put your finger on it other than what Mike said. He's just a good damn actor.
Yeah,
he has the perfect, I guess the word is demeanor to play that role.
Yeah, and you want to hate him at the beginning, and then you learned like, oh, he's not such a bad guy.
Perfect demeanor.
The actor that has been rumored to be the next James Bond. So you said this is still a rumor. It's not official.
Yeah, there's still a couple other names that are out there.
It's Aaron Taylor Johnson. I was unfamiliar with Aaron Taylor Johnson, so I looked him up. He is 35 years young. He is British, as I think you have to be James Bond.
You don't have to be.
You don't?
There's no rule.
Pierce Brosnan was not British.
Pierce Brosnan's not British?
No.
What is he?
Isn't he Scottish?
That's British.
United Kingdom.
Well, it depends on how expansive you want to get with. And then I did see there was
British Kingdom.
There was an actor rumored from Australia that they mentioned.
But that's not British.
Exactly. He's a possibility for a new Bond as well.
Right, anyway,
I think Idris Elba is up for consideration.
I've seen that too.
Yeah,
I think he'd actually do a good job.
Well, he would have like 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
Old? Too old?
Yeah, he's too old.
That's fair.
Mid-50s now?
Yeah, I mean, so what, he's going to be like a 70-year-old Bond?
You want like a good 10 to 15-year run possibly with an actor.
We could do like in the Bond universe that I create, we could have him be like older Bond, and he could be doing things. So I could create a show for him.
Senior citizen Bond?
Yes.
AARP Bond.
Nursing home, yeah.
All right, Aaron Taylor Johnson. He's 35 years old. And oddly to me, he is married to a 58-year-old woman. They've been married since 2012. It's just odd to see a 35-year-old guy married to a 58-year-old woman. And apparently they got together when he was 19. And she, of course, was not. I mean, I can't really do the math.
But she's 45.
She was 45.
Yeah.
And he was 19. I'm just saying, we live in a moment now. And I'm not saying
it's more than twice his age.
I'm not saying
it's 45 when they got married. So when they met, been 42, I guess.
Okay, 42 and 19. I'm not saying this is wrong. I think, some of these relationships where there's huge age gaps are icky. But we don't really look at this one. I mean, this was a grown-ass woman in her 40s who was directing a movie. That's how they met. She was his director in a movie, and he was 19. And,
that's unbelievable.
We talk about these power dynamics, right?
Yeah,
where she's the director, and he's the young star, and she brings him along.
You got some influence on that.
Let me show you how this is done, young lad. And you go out and have a little roll in the hay. I don't know how it works, but
pretty soon, oops, we're getting married.
I'm just saying, if we got a dude situation here, we're talking about it. And I'm not even saying that we shouldn't. But I think we should also look at this relationship and say, maybe a little creepy.
Yeah, this is a reverse Bill Belichick situation going on.
It's not like that.
It's not, because he's in his 70s and she's in her young 20s. We're not talking about just double
20s.
She's not in her young 20s.
Yes, that's right.
She is.
What's her name?
Jordan Taylor?
Spieth.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick seduces Jordan Spieth. Now I can't get it out of my head. What do you got there?
Maybe we could have Aaron Taylor Johnson and Jordan Taylor, and then Bill Belichick and Samantha Louise Taylor Johnson.
Is that her name?
Just get more age appropriate.
He'd still be 20 years older than
He'd still be saying, you know what, that guy's a little old.
Speaking of creepy, one of our friends came back from vacation today, and I need to call her out on something. I'm going to do that coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a bit of a slowdown due to an accident that's blocking the center lane on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt at US 23. We also have an accident that's on the right shoulder of westbound 270, again on the North Outer Belt at Westerville, causing holdup. This report is sponsored by Compassion International. Compassion sponsorship means food, healthcare, education, and more for a child in poverty. And there are thousands of kids who've been waiting over a year. End their wait. Sponsor a child with compassion today. Text the word radio to 83393. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. Spring weather has arrived, and we all know what that brings. Warmer weather and severe storms. Well, when bad weather hits, we all know it can cause leaky roofs or even damage to your siding and gutters. The Roofing Guys are your local experts in roofing, siding, and gutters and more, providing top quality through every roof, every time. So it's just a small repair, full replacement, or even peace of mind. You need to contact my guys, the Roofing Guys, 614-626-7000, or visit them at theroofingguys.com. That's theroofingguys.com.
The Columbus Zoo invites you to follow the footsteps and the tales of animals from around the world. Explore our newest region, North America Trek. So what are you waiting for? Get your tail to our trails only at your Columbus Zoo.
The biggest thriller this summer is blockbuster savings at Coughlin Chevrolet. Lease a new 2025 Chevy Trax for $159 a month. A new 2026 Chevy Equinox, only $259 a month. Or a new 2025 Silverado, lease for $359 a month. This month only at Coughlin Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
36-month lease with $39.99 due at signing, plus tax, title, and license. 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. See dealer for details. N63025.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Panama Ted is being forced to produce this show against his will. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
I want to do some more go to jails. By the way, you can still get those in. We got a half an hour left to go.
Sure do.
At Man and Timmy 971 on Twitter. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093. Our friend Nicole Sheeran from 10 TV. You can also hear her Wednesdays on this show when she's not on vacation. She came back from vacation today.
Outer Banks.
Outer Banks.
Yeah, she was in Waves, which is close to a town that I stay in down there.
It was a family vacation, which means she was cheap and didn't pay for it, which is what normal extended family vacations are. And she came back, and she all of a sudden today is sporting an anklet. And she acts like it's no big deal.
No big deal?
Of course it's a big deal.
What? Hold on.
An anklet is a big deal.
I think if you or I showed up with an anklet on, we'd have to have a conversation.
I think someone...
But knowing Nicole and knowing her personality...
an anklet for 27 years of her life, when she shows up just willy-nilly sporting an anklet, there needs to be some sort of explanation.
I really do think there's a lot of things. There's many things that we could have a conversation with Nicole about. I mean, she's gone for just a week, and you forget how loud she is sitting there in her cubicle spot. And when she is at a desk right next to Dom, and those forces collide, oh my goodness. She literally sings all day. And she's not a bad singer.
It doesn't matter.
She doesn't have a terrible voice.
It's the constantness of it.
It's everything that pops into her head. She's like my pop-pop, the way that she sings.
So the other thing that she said to me, because she had a tan. And I said, oh, you got some beach time? She goes, yes, I got some beach time. And before I went on vacation, I went to get a spray tan.
Oh, see.
And she wants me, because she thinks I'm too white, she wants me to come with her to her spray tan person.
I
Now,
sincerely advise against that.
Well, first of all, I think it's a little creepy to have little field trips at this point in our lives.
You don't say.
I'm just saying.
You're a
45-year-old married man
taking a trip with Nicole Shearer and 10 TV.
She's a
to a tanning
27,
salon.
good, clean girl. And I said, well, how does this work with the spray tanning? Because I never had one before. You just go in a machine? Because I saw the episode of Friends where Ross is in the machine and he accidentally gets like 19 spray tans and it's ridiculous and hilarity ensues. And she goes, well, she doesn't do that. The person that she goes to, you just casually strip naked in front of this person.
Butt ass naked.
Butt ass naked. And she just sprays you in all your spots and crevices. I said, I'm not going to make another person.
Why?
Look at me naked and spray me naked. Why not? That's their job. Because I have respect for other people's time and eyeballs.
I would say
I'm
more
not
so
going to
than
do
time.
that.
It's their brains.
I'm not going to do that. First of all, I don't care if I'm too white now or too pale. I stay out of the sun. I don't want that aggravation. I've seen women who look like luggage, just has leather skin. I don't want to be that person.
You going to get a spray tan or any tan of any kind would be seen as the biggest waste of resources ever.
Well, and I was talking about this, and
then
of course,
you being naked would be even worse than that.
Social promotions guru Tyler happened to be standing around.
Oh no!
And he's like, "Oh
Tyler.
man, we'll film the crap out of that." He wants to film it and put it on YouTube, and no, I'm not doing that.
Well, shoot. You know what?
Well, shoot. Shoot,
man.
Oh, man, shoot.
I tell you what. We just had our 4-letter acronym of the week. Fishy likes to give us, some tips. We meet as a show once a week. We all do that. We try to better ourselves for you guys, so we're doing better. And I just said better about 19 times in those last 2 sentences.
Oh, we're not doing
So it
better.
hasn't worked.
No.
Hasn't worked. Keep trying. Why don't you change up your vocabulary, you idiot? But he said A-F...
You don't even remember.
I don't.
You don't even remember, you idiot. Well, shoot. You forgot what you were going to say.
But basically the saying is F it, just do it.
Yes.
So
just stop talking about the ideas and just do it. But I don't want to do it.
Right. You can't do that.
I don't want another person
to be limits.
What are we going to do? We're going to have, first of all, I'm not getting naked. Even if I'm just in boxers, though, that's too much.
No, boxers is too much. And it's also not nearly enough for you. But if you were doing it, you'd have to be thonged.
I'm not thonging it.
If you were doing it and doing it right, which is why you can't do it, but say a man were to do it, you have to be thonged, or else what's the point?
Then Nicole made another suggestion, because she's always thinking, right? She's thinking about, how can we utilize this on TV as well? And so now she's cooked up this plot to have me and Dom Taberi go in there together and get spray tanned.
Well,
and they put it on the news. Looky here. I've been at this radio station for almost 22 years. Years ago, I used to do stupid stuff because I had to. Because they asked me to, and I was building, your laugh here, a reputation. So when the Blue Jackets call up and say, hey, can we put you in a hamster ball on the ice? I'd be like, all right, I guess I will. I'll be the guy who humiliates himself. And look at me, I'm radio guy. I'm at the point in my career right now, I'm not going to get spray tan just for some yucks on YouTube. I'm not doing that.
Come on.
No, don't come on.
Come on.
You do it. You're white.
They don't want to see me.
They don't want to see me either, buddy.
Well, that's part of the fun of it.
They don't even know what to pixelate with you. They'd be like, what is that?
I wasn't even comfortable enough sharing a photo of myself at the water park.
And you shouldn't be.
And this was part because you told me this years ago when
no one wants to see you shirtless.
A photo got out there. God forbid you're at the beach.
Got out there. You put it out there.
I took a photo at the beach and I posted it. Make it out like I'm some psychopath.
You shouldn't be posting.
But I blurred everything out.
Well,
when
now
I posted
that's
the
fine.
picture.
But when you're a notable figure, unless you look a certain way,
I wasn't
and that
notable
certain
back
way
then.
Is not you. You should not be posting shirtless photos. Hugh Jackman can post a shirtless photo.
Yeah.
You cannot.
Hugh Jackman looks all right.
He's
doesn't
good
he?
looking. You're not.
How many minutes of the day would you say you're shirtless? Like outside of the shower? Are you spending any time at all around the house?
Well, we counting like
shirtless
drying time and stuff when I'm out of the shower, drying and
no, I don't think
lotioning. And
I don't think drying time counts. Like, would you ever like even take the? I picture you as the person that is putting his clothes on as quickly as humanly possible.
If we're eliminating all shower time,
even if you're alone in the house,
9 seconds.
What if you're alone in the house?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I'm disgusted with myself.
You won't have any just basketball short time in the house, shirtless on a hot day if nobody's home?
Not at all.
I mean, even if I don't know if it's weird with a daughter. I don't have one, so I don't know what that would feel like. But I don't think it'd be too much for dad to be shirtless with basketball shorts on. But even if it was just Kristen around?
Me just walking around. Why does she need to be subjected to that? I know she married me, but she didn't marry this. She married young, strapping man. I don't need to remind her of this.
Hey, honey.
When she does see me with my shirt off, it's lights out. And even then, I try and keep my shirt on most of the time. Because I just want to get it over with.
You find that the darkness makes it easier for her to imagine you being a different person.
That's exactly right.
Let's stop lying about that anyway.
Does it make a difference
That's what we do.
She imagines that I'm Kate Winslet? Not just a different person, a different gender.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You can imagine who she wants to imagine.
No, I'm not. All right, go ahead. Go to jail.
No, I was going to.
No, come on.
I interrupted you once before, but I did think we were done with that part of it. Let's put some people in jail. We still have a little bit of the show left, guys, so please do get them in right now. You can tweet at Man and Timmy 971 or text the burner phone 614-787-3093. One to the burner phone. The person that brought their kid to take your kids to work day at my office and thought it was leave your kid at work day. Lock their office door and let their kid run around unplugging cords, eating people's lunches, not having the idea to use the bathroom on its own.
Who are these people?
What? Oh, that's egregious. That's egregious.
Kidding?
Go to jail.
Those are animals.
Hashtag GTJ.
That's 20 years in prison.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm fine with that.
Teddy,
I'm
are we
fine
exaggerating?
with that.
That's 20 years.
Absolutely.
Minimum. Maybe death sentence.
Here's one from James, my guys.
I'm just going to bang it on you because you're big.
To our neighbor that insists on parking his massive 45-foot RV in his driveway. It blocks the entire sidewalk. It's a nuisance. It's almost flush with the actual street. Park it somewhere else. Pay the fees. Go to jail. I agree with that one, too. What say you? Big eyesore of an RV? I don't know, I guess depending on if it's an old beater, are we talking cousin? That there, Clark, is an RV. Don't you get too attached to it. Take it with us. Sentencing? 5 years. Caddyshack boat.
To me, the RV has that horn to it.
Don't forget the sheets and the rubber gerbils.
A warning first. A polite, please move it. Everyone hates this. If they ignore the warning, death.
I love the jump. That's quite an escalator right there. I thought we were going to go to jail. No, off with their heads.
You know what? The segment shouldn't be called Go to Jail anymore. It should be called Public Execution. Back page coming up. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to find things are a little slow on southbound 270 on the east outer belt from Main Street to I-70. There's also a couple-minute delay on westbound 270 on the north outer belt from 161 to Cleveland Avenue. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. Get oil changes that are pit stop fast. Take 5 Oil Change gets you in and out in 10 minutes and is teaming up with the movie F1, starring Brad Pitt. Drive in today. Catch all the speed in action, now playing only in theaters. Rated PG-13. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate
today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here to help keep you on the road so you can soak up all the summer fun. The road tunes.
Take me out to the ball game.
Hotel pools. Emergency ice cream stops. The sunscreen and bug spray everywhere. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here for it all. So stop in for a quick oil change before you go. Only takes about 15 minutes. No appointment needed.
Used car prices are sky high. Families paying top dollar today. Don't waste time selling it yourself. Any car, any truck, any year, we want it now. No games, no waiting, just cash. Get to Valley before the market drops.
ValleySuperstore.com.
There's a new way to surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle and Market District. Shop Giant Eagle's uncompromising quality at a reliable price with everyday savings. Look for signs throughout the store to find bargains on produce, meat, and more. Visit Giant Eagle to see how easy it is to save.
One of the things I had decided when I started the company was we were going to build the best window possible. We were going to give the best service possible, and I think we've accomplished that. Our reputation is built on taking care of people and building a great window and then taking care of it afterwards. It's just a darn good window.
See for yourself. Visit RosatiWindows.com.
Let's be honest, we could all use a little vacation from the ordinary. But with Tim Hortons' new refreshers, you don't need to pack your bags. Just sip, relax, and enjoy your refreshing 16-ounce vacation. With tropical mango packed with real pineapple and mango pieces. And strawberry watermelon kiwi featuring real pieces of strawberry and kiwi. Also, try it with lemonade or coconut milk. A choose-your-own taste bud adventure. Head to Tim's for the new refreshers. Your 16-ounce vacation awaits. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings. Because you're driving to Paris.
Texas!
Then it's off to Rome.
Georgia!
And you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin.
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $494 when you buy 4 tires. And that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
T-Bone and Tyvis.
Their priority's been winning football games and all these schools making money off it.
Are you saying that these kids didn't come to play school? Is that what you're saying?
T-Bone and Tyvis Mornings on the Fan is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
Hey, it's Anthony for my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. Summer savings, Rich is backing it up. He has rates as low as 0% and leases starting from $249 a month. How about a 25 Honda HR-V LX CVT two-wheel drive? Lease it for only $259 a month. 36 months, 30,000 miles with only $30.39 down. And all trades deserve a sweetener. He's giving you an extra $1,000 for yours. See them for all the details. Germain Honda of Dublin, Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
Want to know anything about the Fans contests, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
NHL Draft Show, Jackets live draft show coming up top of the hour live at Nationwide Arena. You'd never know it by looking at ESPN.com, but yes, the first round of the NHL Draft is tonight. Keep it locked here on the Fan for all the fun.
I have a problem. We just finished our last in-game Pongy, and I have a horrible crick in my neck now. You hit the ball into a place where the ping pong ball never goes. We actually have a dumb waiter in this old office. I guess they must have used it for putting things up to the second story
they
here
need it
that
now
were too heavy.
to both install and remove the asbestos. That is in this office. They put it
That's what it's for.
in the dumbwaiter.
There's good news, though.
We
can use it again. We're bringing asbestos back.
Oh, it's coming back?
Yeah, it's coming back.
Good. It's coming to get us. We got leaking pipes out there, too, but I reached to get this ping pong ball, and I did something to my neck
He
right
can't
here
move
5
now.
minutes before the show is done.
Old Man River, Ted, needs a massage. That's part of your job as a producer. Come on over here and knuckle deep. Go
Got
ahead.
a crick. A Don Cricky.
Don Cricky.
In my neck.
Michael Jordan rookie card.
Oh, yeah. It went for a high amount, didn't it?
86-87 Fleer. Michael Jordan autographed rookie card sold for $2.5 million. The minimum bid for the card was set at $2 million. Only received one bid at that price. But the auction house charges a 25% buyer's premium on its auctions, bringing the final sale price to $2.5 million.
That's awesome. I know for the fans in the card hobby this weekend, there's going to be a big show. I know my son's been talking about it. I'm not sure if it's Saturday and Sunday. They usually are, but you guys can look this up. There's some Facebook pages out there where
at ComFest.
No, this one is
the card
it's not
show and ComFest. Let me see that rookie card and show me your boobs.
That'd be great if we want to put those two things together.
Can I tell you something?
Do that at the convention
the boobs
center.
I've seen at ComFest. Pass.
hard pass.
Limp pass.
I wonder what Bodie would say about that.
What would that be, Ted?
Show us. We love the 24. We missed the 3.
Yeah, and
now show me your boobies, Jack. Anyway, Franklin County Fairgrounds.
Boobies, Jack.
There you go. Franklin County Fairgrounds. That's the one near Hilliard. They've got some card shows going on this weekend, so that'll be fun.
Is he going to buy and sell?
Yeah, he's buying and selling.
He wheels and deals himself, huh?
He's making money doing this now. I oversee, I watch, I let him do things on his own devices, but
can I ask a question?
He has a way of doing it.
Stupid question.
Okay.
Does the tax man come if he makes enough money, or how does it work?
Yeah, he's making not that much money off of it, but at a certain point, if it becomes your business,
card trading mogul.
No. It's just he's having fun with it, but he's keeping tabs on what he would spend on something versus how much he would bring back in. If he's doing breaks on one of the apps that does this, which is fun for him, so he'll buy a certain amount of blaster boxes or whatever the product is, whether it's Topps football or, Panini products, and he'll rip those open and he'll sell the teams. You're buying a team in that box.
I see.
So you're paying a far lesser price than what you would pay to buy all those boxes, and you're just going to get the cards from the team that you want, or maybe you can actually buy the team that you want for a higher price.
Sorry, I asked. Teddy's eyes were glassed over there. So are mine.
We're like that scene in Airplane where I look over and I just see your feet dangling.
The Back Page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Oh, my goodness. Are you excited for the major...
Shoot! Oh, my goodness. Well, shoot!
Would you shut up? I don't want to hear it. Are you excited for either the All-Star game? Does that still give you something?
No.
When you think back to being a boy?
No.
And how special the Midsummer Classic was?
No.
Nothing at all?
No.
No?
I wish I could.
Best players in the game, Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani out there doing their thing. They're the top vote getters. No surprise there, right?
That's fine. I mean, I don't enjoy it as much as I did when I was a kid. I did enjoy it when I was a kid, but you know what, though? I take it back, because aren't they wearing the uniforms again this year?
Yes, we talked about that.
That's at least going to get me excited for the introductions, and I'll tune in to see, because I love that color blast and all the other the uniforms mixed. What am I trying to say?
What are you trying to say?
I don't know what I'm trying to say.
The whites and the grays.
Yes, but it's different for every team.
Well, they're wearing their own uniforms.
Let's go, Francis.
That's what's great about it, is that it's just the color of the uniform. Of course they're different. The Tigers are wearing their Tigers unis, not Orioles uniforms. By the way, Baltimore Orioles, pure whites. I think it's one of the cleanest uniforms in baseball. I saw Ronald Acuna. He is on to do the home run derby. So that's very cool. Of course, we got the NHL draft coming up here tonight. Jackets coverage is going to be coming up here at 6 o'clock. They've got a couple of picks. They've been making some trades already today. Who did they just bring in from the Colorado Avalanche earlier this afternoon? Coyle, right?
What's his name?
Yeah.
Charlie Coyle and
Charlie
Miles
Coyle
Wood.
and Miles Wood for some picks. But not the 14th or the 20th.
No.
Yeah,
not
the 14th or the 20th coming up. What do you got going on this weekend? I'll be taking in the crew on Sunday evening.
It is my parents' 50th wedding anniversary.
Really?
Yes. So we have some spectacular plans for them. We're doing a dinner. Tomorrow's the anniversary. We're doing a dinner on Sunday evening.
That's nice.
My
Congrats
sister
to them.
and her kids, my nieces and nephews, coming down from Akron. We're going to celebrate mom and dad.
Nice.
Hopefully. Never mind.
Why don't you just say something nice?
I was going to say maybe my sister will actually
wrap it up.
pretend to help me pick up the check, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you on Monday. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Things are moving a little slow due to an accident if you're traveling on Powell Road at Sawmill Parkway. And we've got a couple minutes slowdown on southbound 315 between 670 and West Broad Street. This report is sponsored by Lotto.com. Feeling lucky? Lotto.com has digital scratch tickets, tons of games, and instant fun. Scratch now on Lotto.com. Must be 18 or older to play the lottery. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This just in from the Lindsay Honda Newsroom. It's our big anniversary sale. 0% for up to 60 months has been extended on all new Hondas. Drive a new 2025 CR-V LX all-wheel drive with 0% financing.
Lower your rate, lower your payment.
Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas when you buy now.
With so many Hondas, why would you go anywhere else?
Shop the big, the beautiful Lindsay Honda now. Visit lindsayhonda.com for details.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up.
Going up.
But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button.
Going down.
We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Excuse me, did someone say jackpot? The Ohio Lottery's Mega Millions jackpot is up to $348 million. You heard that right, $348 million. Jackpots start at $50 million and grow faster than ever. And drawings are every Tuesday and Friday. With the new built-in multiplier, all non-jackpot prizes are multiplied between 2 and 10 times. Play Mega Millions today. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Newman Roofing, as part of their 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat fan drive, benefiting Life Care Alliance. You can help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. How can you help? Purchase new box fans and bring them to the nearest Franklin County Fire Station, or you can buy online and ship fans directly to Life Care Alliance. The collection and distribution of fans is to assist residents who are at risk of heat stroke or heat exhaustion. For more information, go to lifecarealliance.org.
Hey friends, Beamer here. So did you jump in on Awaken 180's Lose 40 by the 4th challenge? Well, if you did, well, a huge congratulations to you on hitting a 40-pound goal in less than 2 months. That deserves some serious celebration. Speaking from experience, I dropped double digits my very first week on Awaken 180, and in just over 3 months, all 70 pounds were gone. Total game changer for me. and the results came lightning fast. Now, if you haven't jumped on board yet, there's no worries. There's still plenty of summer left to lose your 30, 40, 70 like I did, or even 100 pounds or more. I'm not saying you're going to drop 40 pounds next week, but if you have the same week one results I had, you'll definitely be on your way. Set your sights in August. Think summer barbecue, golf, the beach. Every bit of it fits into your new Awaken 180 lifestyle. Lose weight, love summer, and thank me later. You can start today at awaken180weightloss.com, the official weight loss program of summer.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Hey, it's Anthony. Comfort is king. We all strive for it, but life gets in the way. You know that. And oh, my aching feet is not just a cliche. That's why the Good Feet store, in my opinion, has the best arch support solutions engineered to help you and me live the life we love without pain. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I'm a customer. I have their 3-step system put right into all my shoes. They support, balance, and strengthen my feet and really guide them right into their ideal position. Every step I take, every move I make, I get relief. Not from the song, although I love that, but from my personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. Your free fitting is designed to help them understand you, your pain, and your discomfort, your personalized system. You'll walk out wearing your new arch supports hassle-free and begin living the life you love without pain. The Good Feet store on Stringtown Road in Grove City or Polaris Parkway. Learn more